short, three-step drop pass, and it's picked up. Kevin Jones, 40, 35 and out of bounds. Heavily handoff Wagner, line of scrimmage into the secondary. 40, there he goes. 50, and Wags is off to the house. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdowns, Steven Wagner. Handoff to Majas and Josiah, and he fumbles the ball, picked off by the Ponies, taken to the house, touchdown. And Corey Albertson has the fumble recovery in midair. And good evening, everybody, from beautiful Pony Stadium here on the campus of Stillwater Area High School. Welcome to Friday Night Lights, week number 3 of the Minnesota High School football season. As a couple of unbeatens will do battle here tonight. Cretin Derham Hall, the Raiders, the visitors, and your Stillwater Ponies are the host team here tonight. Hello, everybody. I'm Tom Orchin, as this is your Pony pregame show on Club 1220 KLBB. And this broadcast a presentation of 1220 KLBB and BAC TV Channel 15, and produced by yours truly and my company TJ Broadcast Services, TJSportsOnline.net. Your Pony pregame show brought to you each week by Dr. David Wick, located in the Liberty Village up on the hill here in Stillwater. And thank you, Doctor, for helping sponsor the Pony pregame show. As we take a look at scores from last week, Cretin Derham Hall over Woodbury 22-12. Our Ponies put up a shutout to Roseville 14-0. And the defense, what a stellar second half. Eastridge over Mosby 24-14. Forest Lake over White Bear Lake 20-14. Week 1 scores, the Ponies defeated Egan on the road 36-7. And Cretin Derham Hall on a Hail Mary pass in the closing minutes came from behind to defeat Lakeville South by a score of 19-14. These two teams are the only odd and beaten teams right now in the East Metro Blue Division. And Eastridge and Forest Lake and Moundsview are all 1-1. White Bear Lake, Woodbury, and Roseville are all 0-2. Last year, the Raiders won at O'Shaughnessy Stadium, defeating the Stillwater Ponies. The kickoff coming up in about 17 minutes. Again, this is your Pony pregame show. And we had a chance to sit down and talk with head coach Bo LeBoer. And we'll listen to that interview as we take our first break. Back in 2 minutes from Pony Stadium on Club 1220 KLBB and online at vactv.org and also on Channel 15. Back in 2 minutes.
Movement. It's one of the everyday miracles of the human body. At Twin Cities Orthopedics, we provide highly specialized orthopedic care to help keep your amazing body moving at its best.
Support Ponies football by joining the Ponies Touchdown Club, a non-profit booster club whose mission is to improve player safety by purchasing new helmets and equipment, ensure adequate player-coach ratios, and support the overall needs of the program. Join today at poniesfootball.com.
That continues here from the stadium, the pregame show, and it's time for the coaches section, visiting with head coach Bo LeBoer. And a good opening game for the Ponies. A big crowd that packed the stadium, managed to avoid all the construction detours and so on, but otherwise a good night for the Ponies.
Yeah, we wanted to open up the new turf surface with a good performance, and fortunately we did enough to make that happen. Looks like we got a lot of people to the stadium, so the construction wasn't too big of an issue. It's far from ideal, but we can handle it with all the benefits coming our way over the next few months.
All right, a tradition that is the Stillwater Pony has been shelved, I'm guessing, for the time being. Don't want those hoofs to dig into the new turf, but is it maybe going to eventually come back?
Well, I'd be willing to say that we had the best high school football entrance in all of America, and really when I did a lot of research trying to figure out are the best ways to take a football field and then something that matches our culture. And really the only thing that you can find that's better is at Florida State or Colorado or Texas. And so we took the field with the racehorse, which is how we got our namesake, the Ponies, based on Coach Dunder's team in 1926 in a game against Mechanic Arts. But long story short, the turf is a very big investment, and it needs to last for a long period of time. And horses sprinting up and down and bringing a football team onto the field is not part of the warranty.
All right, let's talk about the Ponies and Roseville, a game of two halves. And we'll talk about the first half, the good half so far, and your impressions of the Ponies.
In the first half, we played pretty sturdy on defense, didn't give them a whole lot of opportunities to move the football. Offensively, we made some small mistakes, and we were able to overcome those mistakes. And we made a couple of big plays that gave us opportunities to get down and score. The difference in the second half is we let them kind of get the ball rolling. They ran the ball much more effectively. And fortunately, kind of stood on our heads and made some pretty big fourth down stops. Offensively, we were not sharp. We were not as physical. And we were still making a few of those little mistakes, mental and otherwise, and we weren't able to overcome it. So the one thing that's the consistent throughout it, though, is we took care of the football, and we definitely tilted the field in our favor in special teams. So that is ultimately the reason why we're able to hang on in that situation. And at 14-0, defense playing well, we're not gonna get crazy on offense. So we called it a little bit differently than we maybe normally would. But in the end, we did what we had to be successful.
Well, Ben leading that defense, another outstanding game, this time 11 tackles. He got himself a pick, but the bend, don't break, black shirts on that side of the ball did quite a job in the second half.
Yeah, we can handle a little bend, but don't break. We obviously like to have our defense figure it out a little bit earlier than inside the 20, but they did a great job, especially with the fact that they played a lot of football in the second half. We put them in some tough situations. We didn't give them a whole lot of great field position, but our defense bent but didn't break, and then found a way to get off the field. So that second half was very well done by our defense. And again, we got to be happy with our special teams and offense to put us in a position to get some points in the first half to get us in a situation where we could just hang on for the ride.
You mentioned special teams. Mason, great punting job. Grayson to Michael Stanton for the touchdowns. 14-0 win. We'll talk about the Raiders in just a bit. Want to touch on the alumni. And Zach, I know, is playing Division II football. What about Wags and any other alumni that are playing football at the college level right now?
Yeah, we still have a few guys. I mean, it's in the 7-8 range, and it'd be hard to just whip them all off right now. Zach's actually not playing football at Mankato State anymore. He transferred to the U to just go to school. But from last year's team, the primary guy that's on the team and was recruited heavily was Stephen Wagner, who ended up at University of St. Thomas, and sounded like he got in one play a couple of weeks ago. The quarterback threw a pick, but that's not that won't be that won't be his future in no time. Sooner than later, we know he'll be carrying the football and having some fun out there.
Well, Jordan Roberts, the National Player of the Year. This is his senior year, so there's some room next year.
Yeah, he'll go. Steven will go from fifth string to first or second string within a year or two here for sure. And part of the reason why St. Thomas has made a good run is they've recruited well and they've got competition within their ranks.
Our home games, usually there's a theme every home game, and what is our theme going into tonight's game?
Yeah, we had Parents' Night last week, and this evening we recognize our Hall of Fame members from the St. Croix Valley Athletic Hall of Fame, and that's the same night that we bring together our St. Croix Valley Athletic Association youth football players. So hopefully there's a bunch of little kids joining us at the inside the 5-yard line and the goal line, standing with our high school players, give them a chance to see what it looks like when they'll be out there in no time.
The battle of 2-0 teams coming up here tonight at the stadium. I haven't really started my homework, but I do have game films on both of their games. And but overall, two very good defenses going at it tonight.
Well, this is a very talented Cretin Derham Hall football team. They have some very, very big kids up front on offense and on defense. They have, they probably have 7 or 8 guys that are faster than our fastest guy, and they've got experience back where they've got a handful of guys on each side of the ball that started last year. They're a little bit young on defense, or younger than they normally are, but 2 of those juniors that started as sophomores last year. So very simply, this is a very athletic football team, and we're going to have to do everything right to compete with these guys, and that's how we're going to prepare.
All right, an opportunistic offense led by Jackson under center.
Yeah, they've got a very mobile quarterback, and again, several guys that can take it to the house, whether out as receivers or running backs. Pretty balanced under center in the shotgun, pretty balanced run pass, and they've found a way to grind out a couple of victories here. Defensively, they're pretty sturdy. They gave up some big plays and turnovers in their first game to get down early, and it stayed that way until the very end of the game. But they only gave up 124 yards that first game, so they're pretty sturdy, they're pretty stout, and we have a great challenge on our hands.
Brooks was on staff last year for Mike, now the head coach of the Raiders. Did he change things up much from last year?
Well, they still have that pro spread style offense that looks similar, and they spend a lot of time running the inside and outside zone running game, use a fair amount of play action, and they put the ball in the air. So I think he's got a little of his own twist on some of these things. They use a lot more formations. They've got a couple of different looks from the shotgun, but it's still kind of a pro-style offense, a little less predictable, and a couple of other complementary plays that goes with it. But it's nothing that our defense hasn't seen for the most part between us and the scrimmage and whatnot.
All right, again, the Raiders and the Ponies here in just a few minutes. We'll be back next week, talk about Mr. London and how to stop East Ridge. So we've got back-to-back tough games. Yeah,
this is a really tough portion of our schedule. We got 2-0 Cretin Derham Hall. We've got probably the conference favorite in Eastridge. We know that Woodbury's got a great deal of talent, and although they haven't started the way that everybody thought they were going to start, they're definitely going to figure some things out for a tough game week 5, and then we host Moundsey, which is always a barn burner for us. So this middle 4 games, it's going to be a heck of a challenge. It's something that we went through last year, and it's something we're looking forward to go through again this year.
And again, that is head coach Bo Labor. We're back live at Pony Stadium. A few technical issues. Hopefully we're back on the air as both teams are back on the field as Terry Murphy is going through the introductions of these two squads. Again, this is your Pony pregame show brought to you by Dr. David Wick. Again, apologize for the technical issues. We're back on the air, hopefully for the remainder of this contest on this beautiful Friday night. As they introduce these two clubs, let's take our final break of the Pony pregame show. Coming up next will be the kickoff brought to you by Ostrowski Insurance. And that kickoff after this timeout on Club 1220 KLBB and online at klbbradio.com. And welcome back to Pony Stadium. We got a quick start to the kickoff, and it was a touchback. The Ponies got the ball first down and 10 from the 20-yard line. First play from scrimmage and a 1-yard pickup. So we got a lot of things to catch up on. Let's take a look, first of all, at Bo Labor's offensive unit as they come up to the line of scrimmage. As Fisher, Jakubchuk coming wide to the near side. Michael Stanton to the far side. Ryan Berg in the slot. And out of the gun is Grayson Haas. The quarterback, Ryan Berg, in the wishbone. And it is Grayson Haas on the keeper. 25 first down, 30. And Grayson out to the 34-yard line. Grayson Haas with a 13-yard pickup. And that's a Pony first down. Inside their own territory again. We're just underway. It is Mitch Benkin, co-captain, tight end, and a senior. And mentioned Fisher Jakubchuk, senior, and wideout. Matt Stanton is the other wideout. As the Ponies go quick huddle, first down and 10 from their own 34-yard line is where they spot the ball. As Benkin lines up tight on the near side on a strong right eye formation, give to the deep back. Oh, and Mason Green is hammered. Green hammered before he could get underway by that very stiff Cretin Derham Hall defense. We'll get to those numbers and those names in just a bit. A 2-yard loss, second down and 12 from the 32-yard line. Mason on the season, 40 carries for 177 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Jakubchuk to the far side, that's Fisher. And Mitch Benkin against the tight end, Matt Stanton to the wideout. And now Benkin will light up tight on that far side. Grayson Haas pass on the flat. It's off the hands of Fisher Jakubchuk. Fisher came into the ball game, our leading receiver, with 6 catches and 113 yards and a touchdown. Incomplete pass for Grayson. By the way, Grayson so far this season passing-wise, 20 out of 34 for 4 touchdowns. It is third down. Let's call 12 at the Pony 32-yard line. We'll give you the offensive line in just a bit. Ryan Bird back into the ball game. 3 wide receiver set as Grayson will work out of the pistol formation on a strong right near hash mark. As they go north to south, Berg in motion, far side. Grayson back to pass, 3-step drop, throws down over the middle. It is complete, and a first down across the 45 midfield, and Fisher inside Raider territory and down to the 48-yard line. Fisher Jakubczyk, and the catch is set down to the middle of that zone, and he picks up close to 20 yards of the play, and the Ponies have their second first down of the ballgame, first down and 10 at the Raider 48-yard line. The offensive line for your Ponies, the tackles are Devontae Hatcher, the junior, and Trenton Atwood, the sophomore. The guards are Nels Wood, a senior, and Charlie Myers, senior. As the I formation in motion is standing. Hosh the give to Mason Green, 1 yard, and that's it. Again, going up the middle is very tough on the stop for the Raiders. Was Aaron Schwinn, linebacker, and he is a junior. No gain of the play for Mason Green. Second down and 10 for the Raider 48-yard line. Our center, Logan Patzler, is out for the season now with a foot injury. Tanner Olson is going to go both ways, defensive end and now center, as the Ponies line up. Trips to that far side. Now coming in motion is Matt Stanton to the near side. Hosh on the keeper. Grayson 1 yard, maybe, and down to the Raider 46-yard line. And a 1 yard pickup, third down, and a full 9 yards to go at the 46-yard line for Cretin Derham Hall up front. James Jackson, a senior, Henry Suture, a junior, and Charlie Pythiad, a junior. The linebackers are Cam Garrett, a senior, Matthew Cunningham, a junior, Zachary Paddock, a senior, and Weston Thompson, a junior. And the Ponies left to right once again. Slot to the near side, Stanton. Inside of Ryan Berg. Actually trips to either side, to a double slot to either side, pass over the middle. And what a catch by Matt Stanton. Stanton fought the poor possession with the secondary, and Matt Stanton came up with a catch, his 6th catch of the year. And the Ponies starting this drive on their own 20-yard line have picked up a third first down of the ballgame. First down and 10 at the Cretin Derham Hall 33-yard line. Two of the top defensive units going at it here tonight. And the Ponies up to the line of scrimmage. I formation. That means Cody Bensky is the up man. Mason Green is the deep back. And Hosh back to pass play action. Pass, and it is through the hands of the antenna receiver, Jason Kupchak. Weston Thompson in on the stop for the breakup for the Raiders. Their secondary is James Williams, a junior. Ryan Jackson, a junior. Charlie Dennis, a junior. And John Tinty, and he is a senior. So an incomplete pass. As Grayson Hosh is now 2 for 4 in the passing department as Matt Stanton comes out of the ball game. Grayson Hosh with a conversation with Mike Perman, the offensive coordinator, along the near sidelines. We played 3.5 minutes of this first quarter. Fisher goes wide to the far side. Ryan Berg in the slot. And Mitch Mackin is the tight end coming in motion. Hosh, quick play action pass. Ryan Berg on the bubble screen, breaks a tackle, and he has the first down. Ryan Bird, he was stopped at about the 28-yard line. He busted a tackle, and the linesman over on the far sideline is going to be very close to the first down marker. They may have to measure. It would bring up second down and less than 1 at the Cretin Derham Hall 24-yard line. Pony football on Club 1220 KLBB, online, klbbradio.com, and also on VAC TV, channel 15 here in the Valley. Online, courtesy of TJSportsOnline.net. As again, up to the line of scrimmage, Stanton. He is flanked to the near side. Jake is to the far side. Mitch Beckett lines up. Near side, in motion is Stanton across formation. Hosh with a long count, and he gives to Mason Green. He cartwheels the line and ends up at the 22-yard line, and that is good enough for a first down as they were short on that last possession. The 4th first down of this drive, 1st and 10 for the Ponies. And it is marked at the Cretin Derham Hall 22-yard line. 7:40 to go here in a scoreless first quarter. Pony football brought to you in part by Ostrowski Insurance, Dr. David Wick, sponsors of our pregame show. Anita White, Holmes, and Pink Moose Boutiques. Again, I formation on the strong right. Hosh back to pass. Grayson to throw into the end zone. Looking for Jeff Fisher, and he is caught or not. They rule it an incomplete pass. The defender on that far side, or on the near side, broke it up. Pass intended for Fisher. And Weston Thompson was on the defense on the incompletion. Second down and 10 from the Cretin Derham Hall 22-yard line. And now Matt Cromwell will come into the ball game, and Mason Green, our two-headed running back situation. Mason Green and Matt Cromwell. Matt with 28 carries, 82 yards. He's also caught a couple of passes. And they are going to rule a interference call, evidently, as they go half the distance. Interference call against Cretin Derham Hall. It is first down and a 10 at the 11-yard line. First penalty of the ballgame. Offset eye, in motion is Bankin, and it is Cromwell up the middle, and he has the 10, maybe the 9-yard line. Matt Cromwell off the right side of his offensive line. Picks up a couple. It is second down and 8 from the 9-yard line. Upcoming the 12th play of this drive for the Stillwater Ponies. Again, 2-0, beating Egan, shutting out Roseville last week. And the Raiders are 2-0. Opening week, they came from behind, beat Lakeville South on a Hail Mary in the last minute. And last week, they defeated Woodbury by a score of 22-12. Again on a strong right, ball right in the middle of the field. Receivers both ways. It is Grayson rolling near side. He throws it and it's picked off by the Raiders. And coming up field, 30, 35, 40, 45, and out of bounds, and it's fumbled out of bounds. And on the pickup is Ryan Larson, the junior safety. That is the second interception of the season for Cretin Derham Hall. Larson takes it out to midfield. He fumbled the ball right at the midfield stripe. And it'll be Cretin Derham Hall football, their first possession of the first quarter. With 6:34 to go here in the first quarter. That drive for the Ponies took 5.5 minutes. But again, the INT. And it is first and 10 for the Raiders. And Jackson Crawford, he goes offset eye with a slot to the far side. Jacob Price, the tight end, on the near side. And on the rollout, far side, play action. Crawford to throw downfield. He has a man open, coming back to the wall, the underthrown pass. And I believe it is caught. Cut down there by the Raiders at the 10-yard line. Catch on the play, I believe, was that Henry Bergstrom, number 7? Or number 3, excuse me. And that was Dylan Poole, their leading receiver. Dylan now 8 catches on the season in 15 attempts. And it is first and 10 from the 11-yard line to give to Terrence Nash off the right side of his offensive line. Nash goes wide inside the 10. And Terrence is down to the Pony 9-yard line. And it is second down and 8 from the 9-yard line. Jackson Crawford, 6'3" junior quarterback, 18 of 41 in the passing department. Terrence Nash is their leading rusher, 26 carries, 115 yards. Crawford under center as they go receivers both ways. Plus in the slot is Dylan Poole. And it is Crawford. Nope, we got too much time, little motion. Frank Kimlinger was that wingback on the near side. And illegal procedure to be called against Cretin Derham Hall. That'll back him up to the 14-yard line. It'll be second down, and now 13 yards to go. Again, that long throw from Jackson Crawford to Dylan Poole, the junior wideout. Got him down to the 11-yard line. Now second down from the Pony, 13-yard line. As Crawford works down to the gun, he sends a man in motion. Poole, he's going to keep it himself. Crawford, quarterback keeper, 10, 5, goal line, and he is down about 6 inches short of the goal line off the right side of his offensive line. That offensive line, Caleb Goldberg, a senior. Sam Harris, a sophomore. Nick Newman, a senior. Tony Neve, a junior. And Thomas Underwood, and he is a junior. Crawford on the quarterback keeper, and he picks up a Raider first down and goal from the 1-yard line. And the Raiders have their second first down on this drive. As they go I formation, the deep back is Marquez Thompson, little guy. And they go double tights, one wide receiver, Crawford, following his offensive line. He wedges it out, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Jackson Crawford with his first rushing touchdown of the season. He got behind Sam Harris, the 280-pound sophomore, and Caleb Goldberg. And the Raiders take first score on the board, 6-0. A 5-play drive as they go 50 yards in about a minute and 30 seconds. And on to attempt the extra point is Frank Kimlinger, and he's a senior. Ball down, Frank's kick is up, and it is good. So time out of the field. That INT by Ryan Larson, and the Raiders convert. They go midfield to the end zone. 50 yards in 5 plays, minute and a half on the drive. And Jackson Crawford takes it in, his first rushing touchdown of the season. 7-0, Cretin Derham Hall. More from the stadium in 30 seconds. As this is Pony Football on Club 1220 KLVB and on VAC TV Channel 15.
Movement. It's one of the everyday miracles of the human body. At Twin Cities Orthopedics, we provide highly specialized orthopedic care to help keep your amazing body moving at its best.
And again, I'm Tom March, and Andrew's back in Master Control. And Travis Monroe is producing a broadcast here tonight on VAC TV. Frank Kimlinger will kick off, and that means Ben Peterson and Graham Lomshire are deep, standing inside their own 5-yard line. 7-0 Raiders. As Kimlinger coming forward, Frank's kick, and over and deep. And at the goal line is Graham Lomshire, going to bring it up the near sidelines. 10 to the 15. Graham and out to the 12-yard line. 17-yard line. And on the staff for the Raiders and special teams was Anthony Chick, a 5'8", 160-pounder. And he's a junior. He's a D-back by trade, also a running back. And the Ponies, after a 5.5-minute drive that stalled out on the INT, by the way, Grayson's first of the year, Stillwater football at their own 13-yard line, trailing 7-0. Clock shows 4:53 to go here in the first quarter. And it's Grayson Hodge. Quick pass on the play, complete to Fisher. And he gets to the 24, spins to the 25-yard line. In on the staff for the Raiders. Coming up to put on the hit on him was Weston Thompson once again. And the pass to Fisher, Jake Kempchek. And a pickup of 7 on the play. It's second down and a 3 from the 25-yard line. And this drive started at the 17. I may have said 13. This time out of the shotgun. Standing in motion across the formation. Grayson Hodge on the give. Matt Crowell, 25-30. Matt to the 35 and out to the 39-yard line. Matt Crowell going wide far side. And it is Ryan Larson coming up to put the stop on it. We mentioned Matt coming into the ballgame, 82 yards rushing and 28 carries. And a first down for the Ponies. That is their 5th of the ballgame. First down and 10 from the Stillwater 39-yard line. Again, our center is Tyler Olson. Logan Patson out with a foot injury for the season. Receivers both ways. Backing lines up tight on that far side. Bensky, the up man, coming in motion, standing across the formation. Grayson back to pass, swing pass on the flat. It's over the head of Matt Cromwell. And Matt, you better pick it up. That's almost a lateral. And it did roll out of bounds. The incompletion. Second down and 10 for the Ponies at their own 39-yard line. Other games going on tonight in the East Metro, the Blue Division. And it is Moundsview at Forest Lake and Woodbury at Roseville. Eastridge is at Whitebeard Lake. The Ponies will be at Eastridge next week. Cretin Derham Hall. Next week they'll be hosting Whitebeard Lake. From the 39-yard line, second down and a 10, strong right. High formation once again for the senior quarterback. And it is Hosh on the give, Cromwell 40. And Matt struggles to get to the 41, maybe the 42-yard line, before the purple and gold finally bring him down. And John Tinty, 6 feet, 160-pound senior, in on the snap. And Matt picks up a couple on the play. Third down and a full 8 yards to go at the Pony 41-yard line. Stillwater and Cretin Derham Hall, both 2-0 to start the season. The Raiders won the B squad game earlier this week by a score of 12-0. The junior varsity teams will play tomorrow. 4 receiver sets, slot to either side. Out of the gun, Grayson, quick pass into the flat is complete to Ryan Berg. He dives across the 45 and out to the 47-yard line. Ryan Berg on the catch and picking himself up off the turf once again is John Tinty. And Ryan makes it a short 4th down and 2. And it's at the 47-yard line, and the Ponies think the better, but they're going to punt it away. That brings in Matt Schwerzler. Matt, the junior kicker, been averaging over 35, almost 40 yards a punt. And back to receive for the Raiders is Dylan Pohl. He returns kicks and punts. And the snap is good, and the kick high, booming kick. Pohl signals for the fair catch, and he takes it at his own 22-yard line. And a punt on the play, CDH ball. Their second possession of the ballgame. Clock shows 2:21 to go in a fast-moving first quarter, 7-0. As Jackson Crawford, his first rushing touchdown of the season, giving the Raiders their first lead of the ballgame. I also want to thank our Cretin Derham Hall sponsors, including Ray Hitchcock. He's with Edina Realty, his office located up in Highland Park. Brother Ed Hitchcock, attorney at law, corner of, Arcade and Wheelock Parkway on St. Paul's east side. Slot to the far side, one lone setback, and that's Marquez. That is Crawford on the handoff to Marquez. Little guy across the 25 and out to the 30-yard line. Only goes about 5'2" and 160. But Marquez on the pickup came into the ballgame 10 carries for 85 yards. And he picked up 9 on that carry. It is 2nd down and 1. Raider territory at the 31-yard line. He gets behind that big offensive line, and the defenders can't find the young man. Receivers both ways. Jalen Newton coming wide to the near side. Slot to the far side. Crawford down to the gun. Jackson to throw downfield. And he's looking for Newton, and it is just overthrown. Jalen Newton, he's had one catch. He had that Hail Mary catch against Eastridge in the opening game of the season. Or Lakeville South, excuse me. Incomplete pass for Jackson Crawford. It is 3rd down and 1. Now at the Raider 31-yard line. And substitutions by the Raiders. New personnel as they break huddle. And again, Newton comes wide to the near side. The offset eye. Crawford down to the gun. Ball right in the middle of the field. And trying to draw the Ponies offside. Gives to Thompson. Marquez goes wide. Gets the first down across the 35 and out to the 36-yard line. Correction, that was Terrence Nash. Nash, the junior running back. And Terrence Nash has the Raiders' 3rd first down of the ballgame. 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line. Got to give you the Pony defense up front is Noah Jakubchek, Connor Weiss, and Tyler Olson. Linebackers are Nathan Novotny, Alex Oshin, Aiden Stevens, and Andrew Weisbrod. 1st and 10, far hash mark as Crawford, and I think we've got movement on the Raiders, and it is illegal procedure, and that'll back them up to the 32-yard line. The Raiders' 2nd penalty of the ballgame, 1st down and a 15. A broadcast also brought to you by the Ponies Touchdown Club and their All-American sponsor, Twin City Orthopedics, with over 30 locations around the metro area. TCO helping to bring you the broadcast here tonight on VAC TV, Channel 15. And the Raiders up to the line of scrimmage. Slot to the near side, flanker to the far side. Going in motion is Dylan Pohl. It is Crawford on the quarterback keeper, 30, turns upfield, 35, and then a flag behind the play. As Crawford down the carry in on the stop for the Ponies was Aiden Stevens coming in from his inside linebacker spot. And the referee talking it over with his crew. Again, it's a holding call against Cretin Derham Hall. That is their 3rd penalty of the ballgame. That'll be holding call from the spot of the paw, which is the 36-yard line. That should take them back to the 26-yard line. It'll be 2nd down all over again. First down all over again. First down. As they mark it off to the, holding is a call. They mark it to the 27-yard line. It's first down and close to 20 yards to go for the Raiders. Under a minute to go on a 7-0 first quarter from Ponies Stadium. Beautiful Friday night lights here on Club 1220 KLBB. Again, I'm Tom Orchard. Travis directing the television broadcast. Angie directing the radio broadcast. Slot to the near side, flanking to the far side. That's Crawford. Runner on his right hip. That's Terrence Nash. Crawford, Jackson. One-step drop. Pass on the flat. It is complete. Far side, the catch. And that far side for Denzel Fandagala. Denzel, a 6'2", 200-pound senior. Denzel with his third catch of the season. And he picks up 10, 11, 12 yards of that 20 yards they needed. So it is second down and a very manageable 8 yards to go at the Raider 39-yard line. Again, they throw a lot of different receivers. Fangala to the far side, flanker to the near side. This time Crawford under center. Man in motion across formation. Crawford on the give, near side. Flag again on the play. As across the 45 midfield, Nash to the 40 of the Ponies. 35-30, gets the block, 25-20. And Terrence has finally rolled out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. But flags in the backfield against Cretin Derham Hall. And it looks like it's going to be illegal motion again against the Raiders. So CDH with their fourth penalty of this first half. And that run by Terrence Nash is going to be for naught. And they'll bring it all the way back. Our broadcast here on Club 1220. Again, our Raider sponsors, and they include the McQuillan family, proprietors of Plum's Restaurant on Randolph and Snelling. And also State Farm Insurance Agent Paul Weinberg. And the development office at Cretin Derham Hall. And Roy Bollinger at the controls there. And the old illegal motion call, second down and 13. And they mark it back to the 34-yard line. Fandangala to the near side, offside eye in the backfield. As Crawford working out of the gun. Jackson awaiting the snap, and he pulls the Ponies offside. Hard count, and jumping into that A-gap was Aiden Stevens, and he got into the neutral zone, and that the Raiders will get that 5 yards back, second down, and again back to 8 yards to go at their own 39-yard line. Pony football so brought to you by Anita White Homes, Pink Moose Boutique, Stillwater Community Education, McGarry Carney Insurance, and Justin Plumbing. They bring you the halftime show. And again, a slot to the near side, the tight end Jacob Price. Tight on that far side as Pole goes the motion far side. And the give to Johnson. And Thompson Marquez out to the 45-yard line off the right side of his offensive line. And a very manageable third down and 2 yards to go on a 6-yard pickup at the 45-yard line. And that is the end of the first quarter. 7-0 Cretin Derham Hall from Pony Stadium. We'll be back with the second quarter in 30 seconds. This is Pony Football from Club 1220 KLBB and online at vactv.org and also on Channel 15. Back in a half a minute.
Support Ponies football by joining the Ponies Touchdown Club, a non-profit booster club whose mission is to improve player safety by purchasing new helmets and equipment, ensure adequate player-coach ratios, and support the overall needs of the program. Join today at poniesfootball.com.
Justin Plumbing sponsors our halftime show, and we're going to talk Stillwater Ponies soccer, boys soccer on our halftime show with Jake Smothers. The juggernaut that is the Ponies soccer team are now 9-0. They defeated Cretin Derham Hall Tuesday, defeated White Bear Lake last night. They have North St. Paul tomorrow, but 9-0 on the season as we start the second quarter. And the Raiders are at their own 45-yard line on the third down, less than 2. Ray Sean is going wide to the far side. A 3-receiver set for Jackson Crawford, the big junior quarterback. About 6'3", 3-receiver set. As in motion coming across the formation is Paul Crawford down the keeper. 45, 46-yard line. May have fumbled the ball. Big pile up about the 46-yard line. But Jackson may have recovered the ball. A lot of Viking purple and gold on top of the ball. Indeed, it is. They're still on piling. And the ball is underneath Crawford. And who's the first Pony at the point of the attack? And what they say, the Ponies have it. A fumble by Jackson Crawford. And the recovery is Aiden Stevens. Aiden Stevens. So turnovers, one apiece. Aiden Stevens on the fumble recovery. Crawford coughs it up in his own territory. The Raider 46-yard line, first down and 10. As we're just underway, second quarter. That was the first play of the quarter. Stillwater and their third possession of the ball game. This time in Raider territory. They got down to the 9-yard line on the first possession before the drive was stopped by Ryan Larson. So Grayson Hosh at the controls. Receivers both ways. I formation, far hash mark. Grayson, the deep back. And it is a give to Mason Green across the 45 to maybe the 43-yard line. Before the purple and gold push it back. Actually, the Raiders are wearing the whites tonight with the gold helmets and a trim. And in on the stop from his defensive end spot was James Jackson, a 6'2", 220-pound senior defensive end. And Mason got just a yard in the play down to the 44-yard line. Second down and 9 for the Ponies. As Tyler Olson leads them up to the line of scrimmage. Again, flanker near side, split end to the far side. I formation. Grayson, 3-step drop, feed pattern, far sidelines, and it is caught down the sidelines. Graham Lobster, touchdown! Graham Lobster fade pattern. He beat the defender, and it is Grayson Hosh with his 5th touchdown catch of the season, a 5th touchdown throw of the season. And Graham Lobster hauls it in. He got about 5 yards behind the defender and took it to the house. And the Ponies are on the board. It is 7-6. And for Graham, that's his first catch of the season. Graham Lobster, normally he's a defensive back. And on to attempt the extra point is Tyler Cullen. And ball down. TC's kick, line drive almost deflected, but it got over the uprights. And on the 44-yard touchdown pass, 44 yards in 2 plays, it is a 7-7 ball game. And that took all of about 42 seconds on the drive. We'll have more from Pony Stadium. East Metro Blue Division football in 30 seconds on Club 1220 KLBB, online at klbbradio.com. Back in a half a minute. And welcome back. So 2 turnovers, one by either team, have accounted for the scoring. The interception by Cretin Derham Hall, taking it to midfield. They scored 5 plays later. And then the fumble recovery by Jackson Crawford, recovered by Aiden Stevens. And the Ponies, 2 plays later, they score. As Tyler Cullen will kick things off for the Ponies. 2 back, including Dylan Poole and James Williams. Short kick. And it is taken by James Williams at the 25 to the near sidelines, 30. And out to the 35, maybe the 36-yard line. James Williams, running back, cornerback by trade, goes about 5'9", 165. On the short kick, it'll be Raider football, their own 36-yard line, first down and 10, with 11:04 to go here in this first half. And I gave you the rest of the Pony defense. I hope I did. I know I got to the linebackers. The secondary is Tommy Brushy, Austin Murr, Ben Peterson, and Graham Lobster on the receiving end of that touchdown. There's that 3-4 defense. Wing to the near side. Receivers both ways. One lone setback as Crawford And on the give, Nash trying to go wide near side 40, lowers his shoulder and gets to the 45-yard line. He bowled over a couple of defenders. Graham Lobsher and Benny Peterson in on the stop, but not before Nash. He picks up 9 on the play. Second down and 1 at the Raider 45-yard line. Mentioned Terrence Nash, their leading rusher on the season, 115 yards. He's had a couple of big runs here in the first half. You'll see Thompson in the ball game. We'll see Thomas Bradley, maybe James Williams as well. As the ball is on the near hash mark as the Raiders go north to south, left to right. And Ray Shan is in the ball game. He's a wide on the far side, and the give going near side is Nash, midfield 45, and brought down from high. Terrence Nash. And there's Aiden Stevens again in on the stop for the Ponies, but not before. Nash has another first down for Cretin Derham Hall. And very unofficial, I've got 4 first downs for the Raiders so far in this ball game. First and 10 inside Pony territory at the 42-yard line. The festivities here tonight also include the St. Croix Valley Athletic Association Hall of Fame inductions, and we'll talk about that near the end of the half. Wing to the near side again, receivers both ways. Man of motion going across the formation, and the give to Thompson. Marquez into the secondary. He has a first down. Little Marquez all the way down to the 30-yard line, and a 12-yard pickup for the senior tailback. Back-to-back first downs. They're 5th of the ballgame, 1st and 10. And they're keeping it on the ground, and they're at the Stillwater Pony 30-yard line. And Pandangala coming out of the ballgame. And coming in as a wideout is Jalen Newton. There's Crawford under center. Long count. And back to pass. Jackson, he's being rushed, steps away from the tackler, heads downfield into the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown. Touchdown on a 30-yard touchdown catch in the corner, the far corner of the end zone. And the wide receiver beat the defender back there. I believe it was Graham Lobsher. And did not catch the number on the pass completion and catch. But it's a 30-yard touchdown pass from Jackson Crawford. That is his 4th touchdown throw of the season. And on to attempt the extra point. That Alec Tennis. Ball down. Alex kick is up. And it is good. And on a 4-play drive at 64 yards, the Raiders go the length of the field and take a 14-7 lead. Again, 4 plays, 64 yards. And time off the clock, about 2 minutes. 14-7, Cretin Derham Hall here in the first half. More East Metro football after this 30-second timeout on Club 1220 KLBB.
Movement. It's one of the everyday miracles of the human body. At Twin Cities Orthopedics, we provide highly specialized orthopedic care to help keep your amazing body moving at its best.
As Frank Kimlinger will kick it off for the Raiders, left to right. Graham Lobsher and Ben Peterson standing back at their own, about 5-yard line. As Jackson Crawford, his 4th touchdown throw of the season, giving the Raiders the lead back at 14-7 with 9:23 to go in the first half. On a beautiful Friday night, this 3rd weekend of high school football. As Kimlinger coming forward, Frank, good kicker, and overhand, a little bit shorter this time. And it is caught. And he had his feet going out from underneath him. Manny Peterson tried to get his feet going, and they didn't cooperate. The spikes got caught in this new artificial turf, and he went down. And they say his knee touched down where? At about the 14-yard line. He did have a convoy up that far sidelines, but again, lost his balance. So from the 14, Stillwater football with 9:21 to go, and a 14-7 Raider first half. The Raiders, by the way, are back home against Whitebeard Lake next week, and that game can also be seen online, tjsportsonline.net. Matt Nelson will have the call of that game. Man in motion across formation is standing. Haas to pass, and it's picked off again. This time, Ryan Larson stepped in front of the intended receiver Fisher J. Kumchek, and Ryan Larson jumped the play, read it perfectly, and he has his second INT of the ballgame. As Grayson Haas in the first two games, no picks, not two in the first quarter and a half. And it'll be Raider football, great field position at the 23-yard line. And Brooks Bollinger, the first-year head coach. He was on staff last year with Mike Scanlon. Also coached at Hill Murray about 4 years ago. Quarterback coach at the University of Pittsburgh. Played some NFL football, quarterback for the Vikings way back when. Clock shows 9:17 to go here in the first half. 3 turnovers in the ball game. 2 picks by Ryan Larson and 1 fumble recovery by the Ponies. And again, they mark it to the 23-yard line. Fundin got out to the far side and to the near side. In motion across formation is Dylan Poole. Dylan Poole going wide on the jet sweep. Turns the corner and only picks about a yard or two. And the Ponies did a great job of stringing that play out. As into the stop, Alex Austin coming up from his linebacker spot. Got some help from his defensive teammates, and Dylan Poole picks up just a yard of the play, second down and 9 from the Pony 22-yard line. And the break cuddle, and Nick Newman leads them up to the line of scrimmage. Slot on the near side on a strong left, Crawford under center, the offset eye behind him. Jackson spins, handoff deep back Nash, and Terrence has the 5. He has the goal line, he's got the touchdown. Terrence Nash, great blocking up front by the left side of his offensive line. And he goes in for his second rushing touchdown of the season, as it is a 22-yard run, capping off a 2-play drive. And again, an interception keys a short drive for the Raiders, and they lead by a score of 20-7. 2 plays, 23 yards. And took about 44 seconds on that drive. And the point after by the Raiders. Ball down, kick is up, and it is Kimlinger to split the uprights. And Cretin Derham Hall back-to-back touchdowns in the last 3 minutes, actually 2.5 minutes. They lead 21-7. Terrence Nash, the junior tailback, his second rushing touchdown of the season, as he went untouched from about the 15-yard line on in to the end zone. We'll keep it right here, as this is Pony Football on Club 1220 KLBB and online at vactv.org, and also on cable at VACTV Channel 15. Link to the broadcast, tjsportsonline.net. That's my website. Your home for Stillwater Pony Football and Cretin Derham Hall Football. Again, they're back home against Whitebeard Lake next week, and Matt Nelson will have the call of that game. I'll be at East Ridge for the Ponies' next contest. Already 3rd week of the season, and the Raiders, very opportunistic defense. Ryan Larson with a couple of picks, setting up a couple of touchdowns. Graham Lomshire has the 1 touchdown for the Ponies. He's back along with Ben Peterson at about the 5-yard line, as Kimlinger will kick it off once again, left to right. Frank's kick, end over end, and deep. And it is Graham at the 6-yard line, trying to go on the near side. Lomshire cuts back up the field to the 20-yard line, still on his feet, and out to the 22, maybe the 23-yard line. Graham Lomshire on the return, and the Ponies have 8:25 to go here in the half. All 3 timeouts remaining here in the first half. Mentioned at halftime, brought to you by Justin Plumbing. Couldn't find my notes here. Justin Plumbing bringing you the halftime. And we'll talk Stillwater soccer. Both the boys and girls, I think they have 1 loss among both teams. First play from scrimmage, line of scrimmage. Matt Crowell has stood up and pushed back. Ryan Larson coming up from a strong safety spot, but he had a lot of help Also at the bottom of the pile for the Raiders was John Tinty. But a loss in the play of one back to the 22-yard line. Second down and 11 yards to go. Pony running game, what we're so prevalent in the win against Egan, has been struggling so far tonight. I formation, receivers both ways on a strong left near hash mark. Grayson back to pass with time. Grayson slant pass, and it's picked off again on a tip. Down the far sidelines, it is Tinty, John Tinty, inside the 5, and Johnny down to the 4-yard line. It was intended for Fisher J. Kupchak, and it was tipped up in the air, and Johnny on the spot with John Tinty. And the Raiders have their third INT of the first half, and they have a first down and goal at the Pony 5-yard line. John Tinty, D-back, 6 feet, 160 pounds, senior. And so the Raiders knocking on the door once again with 7:38 to go in the first half, already up by a score of 21-7. The Raiders, one of the better defenses in the conference. As they go I formation, Crawford on the give to Thompson. Marquez turns the corner to the goal line. He's in, touchdown. Marquez goes in from 5 yards out. And just like that, Cretin Derham, they have used up 4, 6, 7 plays to score 3 touchdowns. That is economy. As Thompson goes in for the touchdown, and Marquez has his second rushing touchdown of the season. It is now 26-7. And Frank Kimlinger on to attempt the extra point. Ball down. Kick is up by Frank, and it is through the uprights. So timeout on the field to score. It is Cretin Derham 28. Stillwater Ponies 7. A little bit shell shock. What truck has hit them? It was the Raider pass secondary with 3 picks to set them up in great field position. We'll have more from Pony Stadium in 30 seconds. As this is Friday Night Lights on Club 1220 KLBB and online at klbbradio.com.
Support Ponies football by joining the Ponies Touchdown Club, a non-profit booster club whose mission is to improve player safety by purchasing new helmets and equipment, ensure adequate player-coach ratios, and support the overall needs of the program. Join today at poniesfootball.com.
And so the Pony crowd down in front of us, very quiet. Raiders have taken them out of the ballgame. End over end and a very high kick. Graham Lobster takes it at the 7-yard line, tries to go wide near side. Benny Peterson tries to get him a block. 20, and Grayson, is he hammered down? And that might have been an awful high hit, maybe a face mask, as Graham Lobster take it down to the 20-yard line. But the way he went down, it may have been an inadvertent face mask. And we'll have to wait and see what the officiating crew has to say about this one. 7:29 to go here in the first half. 28-7 in favor of Cretin Derham. The Raiders back home against White Bear Lake next week as Grayson Hosh coming into the ballgame after a consultation with the offensive coordinator Mike Perman. Mark Harris, of course, the defensive coordinator, head coach Bo Lamore. And still a long conversation between the officiating crew. The flag is about the 19-yard line, but body language says face mask. The way he went down, an awful long conversation. By the way, we'll have the good doctor, Dr. Todd Smith. He'll come up at halftime, give us the stats. It is a personal foul, and actually not the face mask, but the shoulder pad. Shoulder pad throw down by Cretin Derham. As the Raiders unofficially their 5th penalty on the ball game. That is a 15-yarder. And the Ponies will start this drive their own 35-yard line. down by 3 scores here in the first half. And in motion across the formation is Matt Stanton. He is harsh on the give, and Mason Green could not get to the corner. A good penetration by Cretin Derham Hall coming off that defensive end. James Jackson cut him off with a pass, and Mason spun his wheels and lost a yard of the play. Second down and 11, back at the 34-yard line. Receivers both ways, slot to that far side. Ryan Berg in motion. He is standing, makes the trips far side. Quick bubble screen out of the flat. Ryan Berg needs a block, not going to get it. The purple and gold is right there. Line of scrimmage, the original line of scrimmage, and that's just about it. And the Raiders pulling themselves up off the turf. And at the man at the bottom of the pile, I believe was Charles Pethier. No gain on that little bubble screen. Third down. Close to 10 yards to go at the Pony 35-yard line. Fish to the near side. Berg and Stanton to the far side. Grayson Hosh out of the pistol formation. And in motion is Ryan Berg to the near sidelines. Grayson back to pass, looking down the middle. He throws on the slant pattern. It is complete to Fisher. First down, 45 midfield. Raided territory and dive to the 48-yard line. Nice slant pattern as Fisher, Jake Kemchak with a catch. And he picks up 17 on the play, and that's a Pony first down. Inside Raider territory. And for the Ponies, unofficially their 6th first down of the ballgame. Third time they've been in CD8 territory. Got close to a first and goal situation, but a pickoff by Ryan Larson, the first of 2, stopped that drive. That took 5.5 minutes. Blanker far side, coming in motion, is Stanton. Hosh on the give, straight ahead into the secondary. Mason Green across the 40 and tripped up at the 36-yard line. This time the quick opener. And Mason Green all the way down to the Raider 36-yard line. A dozen on that carry. And back-to-back first downs for the Raiders. First and 10. With 5:27 to go in the first half. They move the chains and start the clock. And now Graham Lobsher will come in with a play from the near sidelines. So Grayson playing both ways tonight. And he goes wide to the far side. Stanton and Fisher to the near side. 3-4-man fraud for the Raiders. And the quarterback keeper, Grayson, off the right side of his offensive line. 35 and down to the 32, maybe the 33-yard line. And we've called his name a lot. James Jackson at the point of the attack. As Grayson picking up a 4 on the play. Second down, a long 6 at the CD8 32-yard line. High formation is Cody Bensky back into the ball game. Grayson with a long count, and too much time, or did we have motion? It is motion against the Ponies. I think that is our first penalty of the ball game. Second down and 11. Back at the Raider 37-yard line. Ponies have been penalized, I believe, once. And Cretin Derham Hall has been penalized 5 times so far in the ball game. And Lobsher, the messenger service from the near sidelines, will bring in the play as Grayson relays it to his troops as they break huddle. 28-7, Cretin Derham Hall. All Raiders this first half, keyed by 3 interceptions. 3 receiver set. Grayson out of the pistol, and the give Green. Oh, nothing doing. Stonewalled at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. In fact, I don't think Mason even got back to the line of scrimmage. He was bet by 3 purple and gold. And Mason a loss in the play back to the 40-yard line. Third down and a full 14 yards to go inside Raider territory. And now Mitch Bankin will come out of the ballgame. And Tommy D. St. Aubin will come in, and now Bankin will come back in. Now Tommy will come back out. That was a quick 5 seconds in the huddle. Upcoming the 7th play of this drive at the Raider 40-yard line. 3.5 minutes to go. All 3 timeouts remaining. 3 receiver set. Slot to the far side. Split end to the near side. Grayson with a snap. Rolling far side with time being chased now. Throws, and it is caught and out of bounds over on the far sidelines. And it is Laubscher. William Laubscher with a pick and goes out of bounds, or the catch and out of bounds. Back at the 32-yard line. That's 8. 4th down and 6. And we're down 28-7. The Ponies are going to go for it here on 4th down. As Grayson trots in from the near sidelines. With Graham going out of bounds, stops the clock. Again, 3 receivers set for the Ponies. As Grayson back to pass, steps up the rush, and they're going to get him. Down he goes. Grayson Hodge as the pocket collapsed, and Grayson running for his life. And in on the stop for the Raiders on the defense was Steven Jensen. Linebacker, goes about 5'9", 210. And on 4th down, the sack by the Raiders as they are blitzing up the middle and off the corners. And the ball goes over on down to CDH. They have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. 3:11 to go in the first half. From the 37-yard line, their own 37-yard line. And they give to Nash. Terrence to the 40 and out to the 41-yard line. Off the right side of his offensive line. And it was Connor Wise, and it was good. In on the stop as Nash picks up 4 in the play to the 41-yard line. 2nd down and 6 for Cretin Derham Hall. And they send the Pole and Pandengala to the near side. The offset eye in the backfield. Jackson Crawford back to pass, rolling near side. Crawford slant pattern and right through the legs of the intended receiver. Denzel Pandengala right through his legs, right through the wickets, and an incomplete pass. Way under throwing. It is 3rd down on the incompletion. 3rd down and 6. The Raiders from their own 41-yard line. Don't forget the Justin Plumbing halftime show coming up in just a bit. We're also brought to you by Famous Dave's of Stillwater to bring you the post-game show. The First National Bank of River Falls and State Farm agent Aaron Runk. Raider football, 3rd down from their own 41-yard line. 3 receivers at Crawford. 2-step drop, looking down the middle. He throws it blocked at the line of scrimmage and incomplete. Knocking it down was Tyler Olson. He got the big mitts up and swatted it away before it got about 2 feet. Tyler Olson on the knockdown. And the Raiders will have to punt it away for the first time tonight. 4th down and 6 from the 41-yard line. As Benny Peterson will go back. Awaiting this punt from Frank Kimlinger. 2:23 to go here in the first half. Raiders hustling now. They got all 11 on the field. Here comes James Williams. Peterson standing at his 20-yard line. And a low snap, gets back there on one hop. The kick is off, but a low line drive kick. And it takes a Raider bounce. And down to the 25 and rolls dead there. Touchdown on special teams by Rajiv Red. He's a 10th grader. Cornerback, wide receiver by trade. And on the low kick, the Ponies have decent field position, their own 26-yard line. 1st down and 10, but clock affected now. 2:14 to go in the first half. Raiders on top 28-7. Converting 3 interceptions into touchdowns. And Crawford taking one in from short yardage. Ponies go 3 receiver sets, slot to the far side. As Grayson on the give to Matt Crowell, and nothing doing. Coming off that corner to bring him down before he could get around the corner. And that is Zachary Panic, inside linebacker, 6'2", 215 pounds, and a senior. And a loss in the play back to the 20 or 21-yard line. Again, Panic came from the blind side and a big sack in the big tackle, in the backfield. So second along with 147 and counting here in the first half. Two receivers to the far side. Matt Stanton to the near side. Pistol formation for Grayson. Ryan Berg in motion across the formation. Grayson on the give. Backfield. Green trying to get a block. Not there. 1, 2, 3. Raiders at the point of the attack as Mason tried to corner and try to go upfield. There's John Tinty to lead the attack for the Raiders, but he had help from about 3 different defensive line mates. And on the play, no gain. 3rd down and 15 at the Pony 21-yard line. And we have a timeout on the field with 1:24 to go here in the first half, and we'll keep it right here. We'll try to get you some other scores from around the East Metro Blue Division and also around the Metro on our halftime show, again brought to you by Justin Plumbing, in addition to our special guest. By the way, the Pony Boys soccer team undefeated, now at 9-0. They have a very good opponent, North St. Paul, tomorrow here at home. And we'll check out that schedule, also part of our halftime show. The first time out of the half, Pony football brought to you by Paint Sip Nosh, Ed Simonet, attorney at law, Youth Service Bureau, and State Farm agent Aaron Runk. And our Raider sponsors include Ray Hitchcock with the Donna Realty in Highland Park, Ed Hitchcock, attorney at law, and Wheelock Parkway and Arcade in St. Paul. As Grayson Hosh, I formation. Grayson, 2-step drop. He hit as he throws, and it's downfield, and it's almost picked off again, or was it? And did they rule it a pick? And I believe it was. Was it picked off or on the far sideline? Looked like Zachary Panic, 44. And Grayson Hosh has now been picked off 4 times in the half. And a pickoff. And it'll be Raider football inside Pony territory at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for Cretin Derham Hall. 1:18 to go on the clock, and they have, I think, 2 timeouts remaining. As Crawford working out of the shotgun formation, 3 receiver set. Running back on his left hip. Crawford, 2-step drop, slant pass, and is knocked away. Knocked down by the defense, but then they couldn't find it, and it went high in the air. As Alex Austin knocked that one down. The senior linebacker. Incomplete pass for Crawford, 2nd down and 10 with a short field. Ryan Larson 2, John Tinty 1, and Zachary Paddock with 1, the INTs. Crawford this time under center, 3 receiver set. Give to the deep back, Terrence Nash, 45, 44, and down to the Pony 43-yard line. First man is Aiden Steves in on the staff for the Ponies, Stillwater. And we have a timeout called. Cretin Derham Hall doesn't seem to be in any hurry to get up to the line of scrimmage. And I think they may just kneel one down as the clock shows 50 seconds going the first half on it. Crawford gets to the huddle after a conversation with the coaching staff across the way as they break huddle. Again, the 3 receiver set. Crawford down to the shotgun. And looked like movement. Crawford to throw out of the flat. It is complete to Pandangala. And Denzel across the 30 and out of bounds at the Pony 27-yard line. And a pickup of 21 yards. And that's another Raider first down. And out of bounds with 30 seconds to go in the half as they move the chains. And with the ball out of bounds, it stops the clock, and now the Raiders up to the line of scrimmage. From the Pony 27-yard line, Crawford to throw, and he airs it out down the near sidelines, and that was almost picked off. Pass intended. Austin Murray was very close. Austin had to go right through his hands. Austin goes about 6'2". He needed to be about 6'7" to pick off that pass, but it is an incompletion. Brings up 2nd down and 10 from the Stillwater 27-yard line. Pony football also on VAC TV, channel 15. We'll be at Eastridge next week. Of course, we'll have the game on Club 1220. Still working on possibly getting a video stream out of there. They don't have a very big press box. Offset eye, slot to the near side. Crawford, three-step drop out of the flat and is caught by Thompson. He pummels the ball, and I think they're going to rule it an incomplete pass, yes. Marquez in and out of his hands, and it's ruled an incomplete pass. At the point of the attack was, I believe it was Aiden Stevens. And on the incompletion 18 seconds ago in the first half. A full third down and 10. On a strong right, Jacob Price is their tight end. He's lined up tight on the near side. He goes about 6'3". And he is just a junior. Crawford overlooking that Pony defense. Clock hasn't started yet. They want to reset the game clock. Thought the referee said something. And Jackson. Now there's no play clock in high school football, at least that you can see. And he's going to take a timeout. Referee telling him how much time on the play clock. Looking over to the far sidelines. His offensive coordinator over there. And I'm sure that's the head coach, Brooks. And for some reason, indecision. Now Kimlinger comes out of the ball again. Lines up in the slot to the near side. Not sure what the reason for the delay. Crawford, Foddy under center on a third down from the Pony 26-yard line. Cretin Derham Hall is trying to get a delay of game call. And now they start the clock. They reset the clock with 19 seconds to go. That was the delay. Crawford under center. And on the give, Marquez turns the corner 25-20. And now the 17-yard line. Thompson down the pickup. And in on the staff for the Ponies was Andrew Weisbrod. And a pickup of 9 on the play. It'll be 4th down and 1 from the Pony 27 or 16-yard line. And we do have a timeout on the field. East Metro football here on Club 1220. Again, we are the blue division. East Metro has 3 different divisions. Red, white, and blue. Pony football. Raider B squad shut out the Ponies on Wednesday 12-0. And the junior varsity game will be here at Stillwater coming up tomorrow. I believe that's a 10 o'clock start. And we'll take a look at the rest of the Pony sports schedule and the Raider sports schedule coming up at halftime. And for the soccer program for the Ponies, the Stillwater boys are unbeaten. The Stillwater girls have just 1 loss. For the Raiders, their volleyball team, they're off to an 8-1 start. Very good volleyball team. Dylan, what's her name? Brillen Carlson. I think I butchered that first name. I apologize. But the Raiders with a very good volleyball program. See, they beat Hill Murray here the other night. 3rd down and 1 for the Ponies' 17-yard line. And with 9 seconds to go in the half, barring an incomplete pass, probably our final play of this first half. And after that timeout, Crawford is still looking over to the far sidelines to get the play from the offensive coordinator over there. Ponies at East Ridge next week. Dominic London, the All-State running back. And Cretin Derham Hall home against White Bear Lake next week. Audio and video streaming of that game on tjsportsonline.net. Matt Nelson will have the call of that game. As TJ Broadcast Services, my company, we broadcast Raider football. So 5 games during the regular season. And TJ Broadcast Services, your home for Pony football, all regular season games postseason. And this winter, we're scheduled to broadcast some 23 Stillwater Pony boys and girls hockey games on VAC TV, channel 15. And now things are set. Did they change the clock? Still 9.2, another long delay. And the referee is still not sure what the heck's going on. Coach Bo Labor wants to talk to the officiating crew. And the guys, the Zebras, are still not on the same page. You know, Mark Harris wants to come out and talk to his defensive unit. But again, the Raiders scored 3 touchdowns on 7 plays after those pickoffs. And the one rushing touchdown by Jackson Crawford. Pony football brought to you by Ostrowski Insurance. They bring you the kickoff. Dr. David Wick, sponsors of our pregame show. So Pony football brought to you by Anita White Homes, Pink Moose Boutique, Stillwater Community Education, McGarry Carney Insurance, Justin Plumbing are halftime sponsors. Famous names of Stillwater. And they bring you the postgame show. Pony football brought to you by the First National Bank River Falls, State Farm Agent Aaron Runk, the Youth Service Bureau here in Stillwater, Ed Simonet, Attorney at Law, and Paint Sip Nash. 9.2 seconds go. And an official's timeout that has taken way too long. Football coming up this weekend. The Gophers have a bye week before they finish out their non-conference schedule and get into Big Ten play. Of course, a small matter of a football game at U.S. Bank Stadium on Sunday night. And the ratings for NBC Sunday night will be through the roof. And the Vikings open up the new stadium during the regular season against the Green Bay Packers. Next week, we mentioned Stillwater and Cretin Derham Hall. Games next week also finds White Bear Lake. I mentioned at Cretin Derham Hall. Roseville will be at Mosby. Forest Lake will be at Woodbury. The Ponies are also on the road 2 straight weeks. They're at Woodbury on September 30th. Finally back home for homecoming as they take on the Mosby Mustangs. Cretin Derham Hall on the 30th. They're at Eastridge. Home to Roseville at Forest Lake. And finish at home against Mosby. And whatever the discussion was with Bo Labor is now transpiring with Brooks Mollinger and his staff across the way. And Brooks' staff includes former head coach at Hill Murray, Tony Dana. Got to know Tony when he was coaching the Pioneers. Of course, Ray Hitchcock played in the NFL. And Brooks' dad is also on staff as well. And after this long delay, the Raiders are going to try a field goal from about, 34-yard field goal near hash mark for Frank Kimlinger. With 9 seconds to go, the Raiders are going for 3. Ball down. It's a low snap, and falling on top of it was the holder. The holder, Casey O'Brien. It was a low snap, and Casey just said, I'll cover up on it, and try to avert any damage. So the field goal goes for naught, and the Ponies will get the football with 6.5 seconds to go here in the first half. So a bad snap from center, and the kick never got off. And Mike Perman, offensive coordinator, what do you have in your bag of tricks on a first down and 76? Ponies trailing 28-7. And they'll go with the kneel down. Grayson Hosh and the Ponies want to get back to the locker room and discuss this first half that has not gone their way. Clock runs down, and we played 24 minutes of football here in the East Metro. And it is 28-7 in favor of Cretin Derham Hall. We'll have our halftime show again brought to you by Justin Plumbing. We'll do that in 2 minutes as this is Pony football from the stadium on Club 1220 KLVB and on VAC TV channel 15. Back in 2 minutes.
Leading off half times, we'll have a performance by the Stillwater Chevelles Dance Line. The Chevelles are coached by Emily Torito. The captains are Nina Tucson and Hunter Goldwinter. Tonight they perform to Me Too, the Stillwater Chevelles.
movement. It's one of the everyday miracles of the human body. At Twin Cities Orthopedics, we provide highly specialized orthopedic care to help keep your amazing body moving at its best.
Support Ponies football by joining the Ponies Touchdown Club, a non-profit booster club whose mission is to improve player safety by purchasing new helmets and equipment, ensure adequate player-coach ratios, and support the overall needs of the program. Join today at poniesfootball.com.
Trips to the near side or slot to the near side, plus a wing back, flanker far side, going in motion to Rosales. Bouchard to pass over the middle, and it's picked off! Picked off by Ben Peterson, co-captain Benny Peterson. Again, stacked Johnson is the up back. Hosh, Gill. No, he fumbled the ball. Grayson picks it up running for his life, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Again, a bad snap that skipped back to Grayson and tried to find some running room. It was not there as the Raiders pushed him back. Fisher to the near side. Stanton to the far side. Hosh, fade pattern, corner of the end zone. Michael reaches up, and he keeps his feet inbound. Touchdown from Michael Stanton. Hosh to Stanton. A touchdown pass of 70 yards. And the Ponies take a 6-0 lead. Luke out of the shotgun, rolling far side. And he gets a block from Weber, but the pursuit is there, and the Pony defense converges. And a sack. Tyler Olsen coming in from his defensive end to bring him down. He had some help from the rest of the red shirts. Hosh again, back to pass. Grayson airs it out downfield, looking for Fisher, and it is caught! Oh, what a catch by Fisher Jacobczyk. Fisher with that spectacular catch last weekend against Egan this time. Beautiful over-the-shoulder catch, diving catch at the 15-yard line. Michael goes in motion with the I formation. Hosh back to pass. Grayson now to the flat, complete to Stanton. Stanton to the 10 to the 5, hurdles to the goal line, touchdown! Michael Stanton with his second touchdown catch for the ball game. This time for 13 yards out. Deep drop this time, looking, all kinds of time. Now he's hitting, down he goes! And closing in on him to put the sack on him was Noah Jacobczyk. And he had some help inside from Connor Weiss as the front three combined on the sack, and the ball will go on down to Stillwater. Man in motion, and the give to Yang, trying to go wide near side. Needs a block. Pursuit it there. Down it goes! And they say Roseville is short. The ball goes over on downs after a 14-play drive from the Pony 14-yard line. The snap. Bouchard to pass. Slant pass. End zone. Incomplete. Intended on their sidelines for Levi Brown. And Bouchard tried to split a double team, and the Pony secondary did it again. As Bouchard, with time, steps up in the pocket. He's going to be sacked. Down it goes! As Connor Weiss and company put the squeeze on Bouchard. And that'll turn the ball over on downs once again. And Grayson kneels it down. That's it. 14-0 your final. The home opener for Stillwater here at the stadium.
What did you do at recess today? Kickball. Are you going to the party tonight?
Yeah, there's gonna be lots of beer and vodka.
Yeah, I just paid Josh $20 for weed. We're gonna get so high.
Oh, do you think Josh could get some more alcohol? I want to get totally wasted.
Yeah, maybe, but my sister has a fake ID. Maybe she could get it for us.
I wish my brother was that cool. My brother only buys me cigarettes.
Well, we better get to class.
See you at the party.
All right, cool.
is what happens when deep down inside you got tired of losing. Winning is what happens when your desire to win is greater than your fear of failure. Winning is what happens when your why is bigger than your opponent's why. When your hunger is greater, when your soul says, no, it won't take second anymore. No longer will I settle. I deserve first. First is mine, and I will take what is mine. Win at all costs. Sometimes it's gonna hurt. Sometimes it might even seem impossible. But remember, it's only impossible if you give up. If you stay in the game, hang in there, give yourself a shot. It is possible. Make sure your opponent knows you are ready for war. Look him in the eyes and make sure he knows he won't stop you. Look him in the eyes and you will see his fear, because he knows he's not ready for you, not today. This is your time. Refuse to give up. Never settle and win at all costs.
I'm Summer.
And I'm Winter.
Yo, Winter, what do you call a gangsta snowman? Frosty, ha 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 ha.
Real clever. Never heard that one before.
Why, thank you.
Jeez, don't you get chilly?
Psh, no way. This is the way to live, bro. Being Summer, I never get cold.
So you don't get to wear these boots? Or this jacket? Or this hat?
No, this hat, these sunglasses, and this sunscreen is the only protection I need. So, what do you do when it's like, you know, below zero?
I have snowboarding, sledding, skiing, but you do get a little cold. If you don't wear stuff like this, there's a little thing called frostbite where...
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on there, Tiger. All I heard for that was frost and bite, that does not fly with me.
Well, Miss Sunshine, what do you do?
Woo! Party! I spend my morning sleeping, then I go outside to tan. If I get too hot, I jump in the pool and cool off for a little. At night, there's bonfires, marshmallows, hanging out with friends and get a little cray-cray. And then...
So you sleep all day and you party all night. What about school?
That's the best part. No school! Woo!
No. What about snow? Everybody loves snow. I get to celebrate Christmas. Santa Claus gives us presents, cookies on the table, sit by the fire with the ones you love.
Sounds like great fun, Winter.
Yeah, it is. And I have the prettiest season of them all.
Yo, bro, don't get ahead of yourself. I have women in bikinis.
You may have a point. No, wait, what am I saying?
It's okay, Winter. We all know I'm better.
No. There's nothing better than having a hot cup of cocoa, being bundled in a Snuggie by the fireplace.
Whatever, man. Ice cold lemonade all the way.
I see this is getting nowhere.
Hey, wait. I guess there are some good aspects of winter. If you love to be freezing, ha ha ha!
Ooh, look at the time. It's already 5. I gotta get going. The sun's gonna be down soon.
What? It's only 5 o'clock.
I gotta be going. I gotta go pull down the sun. If it's out too long, all the snow will melt.
Well, I guess you have fun with that.
Goodbye, summer.
Well, I guess it's time for my tan.
This shirt makes me look so fat. My makeup is all messed up. Why am I so ugly? Huge bags under my eyes. My nose is disgusting. Ugh, what's wrong with my teeth?
Today is Jason's 16th birthday. His friends are throwing him a party. There's going to be music, dancing, and a lot to eat and drink. All his friends will be there. On Jason's 16th birthday, he was in a car accident. He wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Jason won't be going to his 16th birthday party after all.
Welcome back here to Pony Stadium on this Friday night. And Ma Nature is halfway cooperating. She has been a menace here tonight. Both teams are back on the field. as we get set for the second half of tonight's East Metro Blue Division football game between Cretin Derham Hall and Stillwater. Both teams coming in at 2-0 through the first two games of this season. This first half, again, brought to you by Justin Plumbing. And he finally found the leak and shut off the water as we get set for the second half. Cretin Derham Hall used 4 interceptions in the first half to score 3 touchdowns, as they had 3 rushing touchdowns. And Jackson Crawford scored, and Marquez Thompson scored, and Terrence Nash all scored. And then Crawford hit Dylan Pohl with a touchdown throw for the Raiders. And the only touchdown of the ball game for Stillwater so far was a touchdown throw from Grayson Hosh to Graham Lomsher. So that's where we stand here at halftime as Pony football. And, of course, this halftime show brought to you by Justin Plumbing. Football also brought to you by Ostrowski Insurance. Dr. David Wick, sponsors of our pregame show. Anita White Homes, Pink Moose Boutique, Stillwater Community Education, McGarry County Insurance, Famous Dames of Stillwater, First National Bank of River Falls, State Farm Agent Aaron Runk, the Youth Service Bureau, Ed Simonet Attorney Law, and Paint Sip Nosh. And our broadcast also is brought to you by the Ponies Touchdown Club and your All-American sponsor, Twin City Orthopedics. And we'd like to thank our Raider sponsors as well. Ray Hitchcock with Edina Realty, with offices in Highland Park. His brother Ed Hitchcock, Attorney Law, on St. Paul's East Side, Wheelock in Arcade. And Raider football all season long on TJSportsOnline.net. Also brought to you by the McQuillan family. Daniel and his family have Plums Restaurant. Great place to eat at Snelling and Randolph. And also they have JR's on West 7th. And Raider football also brought to you by your State Farm Insurance agent, Paul Weinberg. And also brought to you by the Development Office at Cretin Derham Hall. Both teams are back on the field as mentioned. Second half in about 5 minutes. During halftime, the St. Croix Valley Athletic Association had their Hall of Fame inductions. The St. Croix Valley Athletic Association has been a part of our community since 1966 and currently provides opportunities for area youth in football, soccer, baseball, softball, wrestling, basketball, cycling, hockey, tennis, and cheerleading. And earlier tonight, we recognized the VAA Youth Football Programs Commission, coaches, parents, and players. VAA Football provides programs for all St. Croix Valley players in grades 3 through 8 and continues to work with Pony Football, the program, to ensure we have a fun and safe opportunity for our players. And now we want to mention the teams and the individuals that have been inducted to the St. Croix Valley Sports Hall of Fame. First of all, the 1991 Pony Boys State Baseball Championship team, coached by Don Campbell and Ricky Michael. And also part of the halftime introductions was the girls softball team, the championship teams from 1995, 96, and 1998, all coached by Mike Pavlovich. And also meet the Hall of Fame class of 2016. Our first inductee is Dr. Andrew Schmiesing, class of 2004, a 3-sport athlete in football, basketball, and baseball. He currently resides in Mendota Heights. And next was Chelsea Jones, class of 2006, a 2-sport athlete, excelled in hockey and softball for the Ponies. She currently resides in Royal Oak, Michigan. Our next induction in the St. Croix Valley Athletic Association Hall of Fame, Carissa Hain Junker, class of 1996, a standout softball player for the Ponies, now living up in Lynchburg, Minnesota. And next was Bill Herzog, who coached tennis for 25 years here at Stillwater High School. He led the Ponies to 3 state tournament appearances in 1991, 92, and 93. Bill is retired from coaching, resides in Parkers Prairie, Minnesota. Sarah Carr Rooker, class of 1992, was a multi-sport athlete in soccer, basketball, and softball. She passed away in 2015 after a long battle with brain cancer. Again, the St. Croix Valley Sports Hall of Fame, the St. Croix Valley Athletic Association. We'd like to thank the following individuals and sponsors who made this annual event possible. Our athletic director, Ricky Michael, Jackie Delahunt, who pretty much holds the whole athletic office together. She's the administrative assistant. The Grand, the Dick Anderson family, Stanley and Karen Hubbard, Sports Star Photography, Stillwater Printing, Stillwater Gazette, Valley Trophy, The Lowdown, and VAC, Valley Access Channel 15 here in the Valley. And again, congratulations to these teams and athletes that we talked about being honored here at halftime as Pony football will get back underway in just a bit. Reminder, the Ponies will be on the road next week at East Ridge, and 6:40 our broadcast time, 7 o'clock kickoff on KLVB and online. And we hope to have video streaming as well, but that's still a work in progress. Meanwhile, the Cretin Derham Hall Raiders will be home next week, taking on White Bear Lake, and we will have that game audio and video streaming. And all you need to do is go to my website, tjsportsonline.net, and that'll be a 7:30 ball game, 7:15 the broadcast time with Matt Nelson. And again, we broadcast Raider football throughout the season, all the 4 home games, and of course this special broadcast here from Pony Stadium. And unfortunately, the lightning continues to pop up, but it looks like it's east, and maybe I think it's across the St. Croix River, and it's moving away from us, as it has been a little bit scary here. And I think I may have a captive audience for the rest of this broadcast. We got a packed house. And right now we can count on about 2 hands the amount of people that have made their way back into the stadium. Good crowd from Cretin Derham Hall. They're across the way, and still good attendance there. And on the Pony side of things, we've got a couple hundred as well. Angie Marquardt back in master control. It's been an eventful night. It's going to be a long night before we get all done. Travis Monroe is directing the television broadcast here tonight. And Brett and Anders on the camera. And I'm not sure who's back in the studio is putting this all together. You don't have anyone? You're on they're on cruise control back in the offices up there in the Valley Ridge Shopping Center. Have to ask you, Travis, the replay of this game in its entirety, when it will be played on VAC? It should be on demand. It'll be on demand, right, on Stretch Internet. Thursdays at 1 o'clock, okay. Thursdays at 1 o'clock, the replays of Stillwater Pony football. And again, you can go online to their website, Stretch Internet, and the on-demand feature is right there. So both teams heading to their respective sidelines as we get ready for football. Another 24 minutes of action. And hopefully Moa Nature will cooperate. And by the time we get done here tonight, the rest of the games around the Metro should be just about complete. In fact, let's see if I can't pull up some of the other scores. And let's see, we'll have to refresh the screen there. By the way, Cretin Derham Hall will get the opening kickoff of the second half. And other scores around the metro area. Monwestaka beating Spectrum. And here's another final. Annandale over Glencoe Silver Lake, 27-20. Anoka holding on and leading Osceola 15-14. Apple Valley leading Farmington 14-13. And Cooper's come back and taken the lead on Armstrong 16-14. More scores as we get going here. The Ponies will be kicking off from right to left, south to north. And Tyler Cullen will kick off. And it is Dylan Pohl and James Williams back to receive for the Raiders. Again, 28-7 as we get ready for third quarter action from Pony Stadium here on Club 1220 KLVB. You and Richie Sharon Company. And again, our captive bodies, those in the cars heading home or getting home and listening on the radio or maybe watching the game on Channel 15 here in the Valley. As TC awaits the signal from the referee coming forward. And the kickoff and high, short, near sidelines is taken by Williams. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And he trips up and goes down. Tripped up on the play by the Ponies. And on the stop for the Ponies was Kevin Thole. Kevin, grandson of George, and he is a junior. And so it's Raider football at their own 37-yard line. We're finally underway here in the third quarter.
So many people are watching right now.
All right, good connect, good line. It's almost 400 people are watching the broadcast. Jackson Crawford, he's throwing for a touchdown. He's ran for one. That touchdown throw is fourth of the year. As it is, Dylan Poole going wide to the far side. And Pandangala to the near side, wing that far side. And the toss sweep to Thompson. Marquez trying to go wide. Now cuts back, avoids one man, avoids two. And he fails to get back to the line of scrimmage as the Pony defense strung the play out. As Aiden Steves put the step on the young man. And a loss of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 12 at the 35-yard line of Cretin Derham Hall. The Raiders beating Lakeville South 19-14 and beat Woodbury last week 22-12. Slot to the near side and a flanker to that far side. In motion is Pohl. And now he hands off again to Thompson Marquez. 1st down, 40. And out to the 42-yard line. Correction, wrong chain gang there. He does pick up about 5 on the play to the 42-yard line. Pickup of 7. 3rd down and 5 for the Raiders, deep in their own territory. Rayshawn Treadwell was one of the wide receivers for the Raiders. And again, it's Pohl. And Pandangala to the far side, offset eye. Crawford under center. In motion is Pohl across the formation to the near sidelines. As Crawford back to pass, rolling near side. Throws downfield. He's looking for Dylan Pohl, and it's over his head and incomplete. Dylan Pohl with his 2nd touchdown catch of the season back in the first half. An overthrown pass. It is 4th down. And the Raiders will have to punt it away. So 3 and out for the Raiders here in the first half. And Benny Peterson going back to receive Alex Tennis, I hope it's pronounced. Alex, a 5'10", 165-pound junior, but averaging around 33 yards per punt during the season. And the long count now, man in motion on punt formation. Okay. And the snap, a one-hopper back to Alec, and he gets it off a line drive kick. And did they rule that Alec touched his knee down? Yes, he did. Alec trying to field the low snap, and his knee touched the turf. And so the ball and the drive for the Ponies will start at the 30-yard line of Cretin Derham Hall. Stillwater football, first possession of this second half. 10:25 to go, third quarter. Grayson Hodge has the controls and looks like he's going to start with the eye. That means Bensky. And looked like movement on the offensive line. Matt Crowell with the first carry of the half. And he picks up 2 down to the 28-yard line. I see Ryan Bird coming into the ball game. Cody Bensky coming out as they go with the 3 receiver set. Matt with a pickup of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8 from the 28-yard line of Cretin Derham Hall. Stanton to the far side. Fisher to the near side. Berg in the slot. Haas working out of the shotgun. Cromwell back there for protection. Ryan Berger formation across the far side. And it is Grayson Haas on the quarterback keeper. And he dives for 3, maybe 4 yards down to the Raider 26-yard line. And they're going to give him 2 on the play. 3rd down and a full 6 yards to go. And now Vansky comes back in. Graham Laubscher will come back in with the play from the near sidelines. He's the messenger service from Mike and the sidelines and the coaching staff along the near sidelines. As Matt Stanton coming out of the ballgame. Laubscher far side. And Fisher did come check to the near side. High formation on a 3rd down 6. Grayson 3-step drop. Pass on the flat and is in and out of the hands of the intended receiver Fisher. Fisher, Jake Kempchak, James Williams on the defense. And on the incompletion, 4th down and 6 from the 26-yard line. And the Ponies down by 3 scores. Looks like they're going to go for it. They are 0 for 1 in 4th down situation. Stanton comes in. Bensky comes out. And the Ponies want to go with a 3 receiver set. Jackson, Sutri, and Pythian, the up men. Garrett, Cunningham, Panic, and Thompson, the linebacking crew. Slot to the far side, receiver to the near side. In motion is Fisher. Haas rolling near side. Grayson steps through a tackle, throws downfield. Enzo looking for Fisher, and it's incomplete. Fisher J. Kempchak, he was double teamed in the end zone, almost triple teamed. And the Ponies' first possession of the second half of 3 and out. And they turn the ball over and down. It's actually 4 now. It is Cretin Derham Hall football. At the 26-yard line, their own 26, with 9:04 to go in the third quarter. Again, almost an hour delay with rain and lightning here in the St. Croix Valley. Welcome aboard for all of you that are watching and listening here this evening on the radio or on a TV. As Crawford, under center. Crawford back to pass, rolling near side, directing traffic. Crawford heading to the sidelines, heads upfield, escapes a man, 30, 31, 32-yard line. Crawford on the carry. And in on the stop for the Ponies, Connor Weiss from his nose guard spot. 6-yard pickup to the 32-yard line. Second down and 4. Again, lightning across the way, but that's over on the St. Croix River. So he's moving away from us, but it does kind of get us a little jumpy every now and then. Treadwell going far side, receiver to the near side on the wing left. Ponies showing blitz up the middle on that 3-4. As Crawford down the give to Tracy. And Tracy, a correction, not Tracy, but Terrence Nash. Where did I come up with Tracy? Terrence Nash on the carry off the left side of his offensive line. He picked up 3 on the play, 3rd down and 1 from the 35-yard line. Terrence Nash, their leading rusher in the first half, also had a rushing touchdown. And now we have an officials timeout on the field with 7:56 to go. And not sure who used the timeout. That's one of 6, 3 for either squad. This is Pony Football on Club 1220, KLBB, and on VAC TV channel 15 here in the Valley. And other scores. And where did I leave off? I left off with Armstrong now losing to Cooper late in the ball game. Belle Plaine winning at home over Jordan. Benilde St. Margaret's beating up on Irondale 42-7. SMB over Harding 43-7. Breck over Como Park. And let's see, that's 30-0. Elk River shutting out Cambridge Isani 26-0. And Blaine over Centennial 42-14. Do have time for a couple more. Ferdley and St. Paul Central 13-13 over Griffin Stadium. Chaska is shutting out Bloomington Kennedy 28-0. A New Life over Columbia Heights 40-7. And we have another timeout call. Another timeout on the field. This time I think I can't step away. We'll have more from Pawnee Stadium in 1 minute. As this is Pawnee Football from Club 1220. KLBB and VAC TV channel 15.
What did you do at recess today? Kickball. Are you going to the party tonight?
Yeah, there's gonna be lots of beer and vodka.
Yeah, I just paid Josh $20 for weed. We're gonna get so high.
Oh, do you think Josh gave us some more alcohol? I want to get totally wasted.
Yeah, maybe, but my sister has a fake ID. Maybe she could get it for us.
I wish my brother was that cool. My brother only buys me cigarettes.
Well, we better get to class.
See you at the party.
All right, cool.
What did you do at recess today? Kickball. Are you going to the...
And as we come back, running play, Terrence Nash off the right side of his offensive line. And I think he got enough for a first down. And he did. First down for Cretin Derham Hall at their own 37-yard line. So looked like, again, timeouts called by either team. We finally got things going. Treadwell to the far side. Back double slot for Cretin Derham Hall. Crawford working out of the gun. Jackson, two-step drop, pass on the flat, and a one-hopper. And it never got to the intended receiver over on that far sideline. Rashad Treadwell had a one-hop him into the midsection on the incompletion. Second down and 10 from the Raider 37-yard line. Again, the Ponies' first possession of the second half. And they turned it over on downs. And they went for it on fourth down. Again, 2 to either side. Ball on the near hash mark going from left to right. Dylan Pohl in motion. Gets the ball. Jet sweep far side. Dylan And he is brought down after just a 1-yard pickup as Benny Peterson, our leading tackler, stops him for just a 1-yard pickup. 3rd down and 9 from the Raider 38-yard line. 6:50 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Referees have had their work cut out for them trying to manage this ball game despite all the interruptions. Crawford has had a talk with his coaching staff across the way. CDH went 3 and out in their first possession. No first downs, or correction, 1 first down. That by the Raiders on this drive. Crawford, deep drop, looking screen. He does. Pass complete to Terrence Nash. 45 on his feet, and he stopped short of the 6. There's Aiden Steves as he brought down Terrence Nash about a yard and a half short. The Sticks are at the 47-yard line, and he got to the 46-yard line on a 4th down and 1. Looks like the Raiders are going to punt it away. And Benny Peterson will drop back to receive. And Alec Tennis will punt it away for the 2nd time here in this second half. At 28-7. Raiders with 4 pickoffs in the first half. Ponies had the 1 fumble recovery, that by Aiden Steves. And this time a low snap, and somebody moved. False start or delay of game. And it is illegal procedure against the Raiders. 4th down and 6, now back at the 36-yard line. Now it's been an adventure for Alec back there. He's had a couple of low snaps. That last one, he tried to field it, and his knee touched the turf, and so the Ponies got the football at the Raider 30-yard line. And this wet turf, the center trying to get it back, and this time a high snap pulled down by Tennis, gets it off, and it is Peterson taking it at his 26-yard line, upfield 30, near sideline 35, cuts back, flag on the play, as Bennett gets it out to the 39-yard line. And for the Raiders on special teams, and on the stop was Rajiv Red, sophomore, 5'8", 150-pound wide receiver, D-back. And the referee sees the flag at about the 36-yard line. And a blocking in the back call against Stillwater. And so that'll back them up. And the blocking in the back will put it back at the 25-yard line of the Ponies. With 5:13 to go, 3rd quarter here from Pawnee Stadium. Ponies on the road for the next 2 weeks, home against Mosview for homecoming. Grayson Hodge has a 4-receiver set. The spread formation, 2 to either side. Grayson rolling far side. He throws out of the flat. It is complete. Up the sidelines, 45, midfield and out of bounds on the far sidelines. And on the reception, I believe, was Matt Stanton. Or is that Fisher? 9, not 3. That was Matt Stanton on the reception. And Matt with his first catch, pick up of 24 yards. 1st and 10 for the Ponies at their own 49-yard line. And Tommy D. St. Alvin comes out of the ball game at a tight end spot. He was part of that 4-receiver set. Fisher to the far side, Stanton to the near side. Vansky is the up man. Is that Cromwell or Mason Green in the eye? As Hosh under center, Grayson, and the give to Mason Green into the secondary. 45-40. Mason to the 35, 30, 25, 20, 19, and still on his feet. Finally hauled down by 3 Raiders. Mason Green, his best run in 2 games. Stopped on the play by Ryan Larson from a safety spot. But Mason Green with a big chunky yardage all the way down to the Raiders' 17-yard line. 34-yard run for Mason Green. Mason came into the ball game with 177 yards rushing, now over 200 on the season. 1st and 10 and 4 down territory for the Ponies. Again at the 17-yard line. Receiver to either side. This time the offset, Ivansky is the wingback. Now in motion is Mitch Bank at the tight end to the far side. Toss sweep far side. Green cuts upfield to the 15-yard line, and that's it. Before the Raider defense cut him off at the pass, and it is Mason only getting a yard in the play. 2nd and 9 from the Cretin Derham Hall 16-yard line. 4:17. Again, the Pony down by 3 scores. Pony football here on Club 1220 KLBB and on VAC TV channel 15 here in the Valley. and online, courtesy of TJSportsOnline.net. Matt Stanton comes out of the ballgame. And Lobsher will come in. Lobsher to the far side, Graham. And Fisher to the near side. I formation on the strong left. Hosh gets the snap, gives to Mason up the middle, and nothing doing again. That stone wall, that Raider defensive line. Jackson, Sutri, and Pythian and the rest of the linebacking crew, and Mason just 1 yard. Third down and a full 8 yards to go at the CDH 15-yard line. And Grayson with a visit with Coach Perma and the offensive coordinator. He's got the play as Graham Lobsher. He's got the touchdown catch. He goes wide far side. And Fisher Jacob check to the near side. Hosh back to pass, 3-step drop. Paid pattern corner of the end zone looking for Fisher, and it's incomplete. Little bit overthrown. Fisher laid out, could not get to it. And on defense was James Williams as he was with him step for step. And so the Ponies have a 4th down and 8 at the CDH 15-yard line. And again, going to go for Tommy D. St. Alvin. Comes in as the other tight end. And it looks like Mitch Bankin coming out. Bensky comes out. On the incompletion, 3:09 to go third quarter. I'll go again, no more mischief from Ma Nature. Quiet second up, and D. St. Alvin goes wide far side. 4 receivers set for Grayson, working out of the pistol formation. And we've got a timeout called by Stillwater. And I believe that is their first timeout. Yes, it is. The Raiders have used 1 timeout. And the Ponies will use their first timeout of this second half. To go to the scoreboard, other scores, I left you with Chaska shutting out Kennedy 28-0. New Life Academy out of Woodbury over Columbia Heights 40-7. That's the final. Eden Prairie shut out Hopkins 41-0. Edina at home. Last score we have 21-7 over Maple Grove. Fairmont is shutting out Tri-City United. That's Montgomery Lawndale in the center. 19-0. That's the final. Nothing in on Monsview and Forest Lake. Sibley East over Gibbon. Fairfax Winthrop 56-14. Hastings trying to spoil Hill Murray's homecoming. 13-7 in favor of the Raiders. Hutchinson at home. 40-0 shutout of Watertown Mayor. Lakeville North, a final. They beat Burnsville 28-7. And Lester Prairie Holy Trinity. And they are leading LeSueur Henderson 25-7. So the Ponies in desperate need of a score as they go 4 wide, 2 to either side. Mason Green in the pistol formation behind Grayson Hosh. Here comes the blitz. Grayson to throw. Pass over the middle, and it is caught. Spinning away. It is Matt Stanton, and Stanton gets the first down. A crossing pattern over the middle, and Stanton made the catch, stepped through a couple of tackles, and gets a first down. On a 9-yard pickup, they needed 8. 1st and 10 for Stillwater at the Raider 4-yard line. And that is their 3rd first down all on this drive. And now Bensky will come back in. Matt Stanton will sit down. And Fisher goes wide far side. No, of course, his brother's on the defensive line. I formation, Grayson deep back, Mason Green, 1, 2, keep miling. 3-yard line, or 3 yards. And they give him forward progress to the 2, maybe the 1.5-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and goal. And indeed, they mark it at the 1.5-yard line, upcoming the 8th play of this drive. That started at the Pony 25-yard line. Mason Green doing the ball carrying and getting the Ponies into scoring position. And they're going to go double tights. D.C. Navin and Mitch Bankin. They go with the stacked eye. 3 in the backfield. And now they give deep back. Nothing doing. Mason Green is stopped in his tracks. James Jackson, he led the defensive line. He had all kinds of help. John Tinty was there. A couple more were there. And Mason, a loss of 3 on the play. 3rd down and goal back at the 5-yard line. That stacked eye I talked about. That 3rd man, the up man, is Matt Johnson, senior lineman. And Matt is the up man. Then Bensky, then Green. On 3rd down goal, 10 to the box. Handoff Green. No, Hosh to throw. Fade pattern. Corner of the end zone. Nobody there. Looked like Mitch Bankin was cut off on his route. And no red shirt within 15 yards of the ball. Grayson threw it away. 4th down and goal from the 5-yard line. As wholesale substitutions for the Ponies. And Fisher, Jake Kempchek comes in. Matt Stanton comes in on a passing situation. 28-7 Raiders. No scoring here in the third quarter. Receivers both ways. Again, the I formation, Bensky and Mason Green. As Grayson Hodge, 3-step drop, slant pattern, end zone, touchdown! And on the reception is Fisher, Jake Kempchek. A 5-yard touchdown pass from Grayson Hodge. And for Grayson, that is his 5th touchdown throw on the season. And it was Mason Green on the catch. Mason Green from Grayson Hodge. And for Mason, that is his first touchdown catch of the season. So it is 28-13. As TC Tyler Cullen will try to add point number 14. Ball down, kick up. And he line drives it through the uprights. And a 10-play drive, 75 yards for the Ponies. And a little bit under 6 minutes. Grayson Hodge to Mason Green. Kickoff coming up in 30 seconds as this is Pony football on Club 1220 KLVB and on the BAC TV channel 15 here in the Valley. Back in 30.
Movement. It's one of the everyday miracles of the human body. At Twin Cities Orthopedics, we provide highly specialized orthopedic care to help keep your amazing body moving at its best.
And welcome back to Pony Stadium as Cullen will kick things off. And back to receivers, Dylan Pohl on the far side, James Williams on the near side. A 2-score lead right now for Cretin Derham Hall. Again, the rain has stopped for about the last 45 minutes or so. Fans were let back into the stadium about 9:25. Cullen coming forward, too early for the onside kick. He goes end over end near sidelines. And I believe we do have a flag on the play. And looks like we'll do it again. Somebody offside on the kickoff. I don't see any flags on the play. Now they'll mark it off 5 yards. 5-yard penalty against Stillwater. Somebody was offside on the kickoff team. So Cullen will try it again. And the kickoff, line drive kick, and it is caught at the 11-yard line. Coming near side, and now the return, I believe, and I don't have that number on my card. It is Jalen Newton, backup wide receiver. Jalen, junior wide out. Jalen Newton on the return for CDH. And the Raiders, their third possession of the third quarter, will start this drive from the 31-yard line. Clock shows 1:08 to go here in the third quarter. And Jackson Crawford. And the Raiders coming in. And we're in the whites, of course, with the yellow helmets, purple numbers. They go double wing this time. First time we've seen that formation. And Marquez gets the handoff, and he's got 1, he's got 2, and he's got 3 out near the 35-yard line. Marquez Thompson. And in on the staff for the Ponies, there's, I believe that's Tyler Olson. Yes, it is, 72. And after the 35, 4-yard pickup, second down and 6. And they brought Cuddle, and Nick Newman leads them up to the line of scrimmage. Flanked by Sam Harris and Tony Nutley. Offset I, Crawford under center. Pull in motion, across the formation. Give again to Marquez, line of scrimmage, and that's it. There's Aiden Steves to slam the door shut. Also got some help from Ben Peterson. Also Noah, a cup check. Noah in on the step, and no gain on the play. Third down and 6. The Raiders at their own 35-yard line. And I think that'll be the final play of the quarter. And it is. We played 3 quarters here from Ponies Stadium. Stillwater the only score of the third quarter, now 28-14. We'll have more from Ponies Stadium in 60 seconds as this is East Metro Blue Division football on Club 1220 KLBB.
This shirt makes me look so fat. My makeup is all messed up. Why am I so ugly? Huge bags under my eyes. My nose is disgusting. Ugh, what's wrong with my teeth?
And fourth quarter action from Ponies Stadium. Final 12 minutes of this ball game. And Cretin Derham Hall has the football at their own 35-yard line. On a third down and 6. All the scoring in the first half and 4 touchdowns, 3 on the ground, 1 through the air. And they'll start the fourth quarter with a 3-receiver set all wide to the near side. And 1 to the far side as Crawford sends in motion. Cross formation. It is Crawford to pass, and he gets it to Dylan Poole coming across the middle, and he gets across the 35 to maybe the 36-yard line, but that's about it. And a 1-yard pickup, 4th down, and a full 5 yards to go. And the Raiders, 1 first down here in the second half. They'll have to punt it away for the second time here in the second half. And back to receive for the Ponies. Looks like number 7 back there, Ben Peterson. Alec Tennis looking for a good snap here, and he gets one. And he gets the kick off. It's going to be short. Peterson watches it bounce once, bounce twice, sideway bounce, and it's touched down by the Raiders. Charlie Dennis to touch it down, and the Ponies will start this drive at their own 31-yard line. 11-11 to go, fourth quarter. By the way, if you want to go to my website, the After the Game Scoreboard show with Ryan Phelps, I've got the link on my website, tjsportsonline.net. Hour and a half of program with scores and highlights from around the state. Right now, they're about a half an hour into the show. Of course, we had the 1-hour rain delay. Hosh out of the shotgun, rolling near side. Grayson on the flat. Fisher with the catch. Jacob check out across the 41-yard line. Very close to the first down marker. The chains across the way. And at the bottom of the pile for CDH was Zachary Paddock. And Zachary is down on the turf. I don't know, he might be cramping up a little bit. Well, that's not Zach. That's Zachary got up off the tackle, but one other Raider player is down on the turf at about the 41, 42-yard line. Credit Paddock with the stamp in that play. It'll be good enough for a first down. It is. And John Tinty, cornerback, is the young man down. They are going to give the Raiders a first down, their second of the second half, 1st and 10. From just outside the Raider 41-yard line. Training staff of both teams out there. And we welcome our new trainer, Caitlin Sunday, and the Raider training staff across the way as well. And John is up and is going to walk off to the far sidelines. And a little bit woozy. But again, under his own power. Now he starts trotting over to that far sidelines. That's a good sign. But the Raiders with a first down and some operating room. The first down for the Ponies, excuse me. Stillwater football. And the first down. Stanton and Jake Kupchak to the far side. Vensky in the offset eye. And the give to the deep back. Crowell, Matt, 45. Spins down to the 4, up to the 49, and to midfield. Matt Cromwell off the left side of his offensive line. Mitch Bankin, Devontae Hatcher, Nels Woods. And Cromwell has a pickup of 8 on the play. It is second down and 2 from the midfield stripe. Now Bensky comes out of the ball game. And Tommy DeSaint-Aubin comes in at a tight end spot. Again, double tights. Grayson out of the shotgun. Slot to the other side. Grayson on the handoff. No, going to keep it himself. And he's going to toss it. And a lateral. Covered up is Matt Crowell. That was either a lateral or forward pass. I was looking right down the line. And both players were about even. It was a lateral. It would have been a fumble. And it was a pass. It was an incomplete pass. And the referee is saying an incomplete pass. And they should put it back to the original line of scrimmage. And they do. It is still at the 50-yard line, but third down and 2. 28-14 here from Ponies Stadium. Don't forget our post-game show brought to you by Famous Dave's. Stanton near side. Fisher to the far side. Bensky back to the ball game as the blocking fullback. Mitch Bankin lines up tight now on the near side. As Grayson Hosh coming down the line on the quick opener. Mason Green nothing doing. That Raider defensive line. And now Mason tries to keep it going. In fact, he never goes down. The Raiders stopped him at the line of scrimmage. And then momentum got the ball across the 45 and down to the 44-yard line. But they say Mason's knee may have gone down first. But it was enough for a first down. He needed the 49. He got the 48-yard line. So another first down for the Ponies on this drive. Inside Raider territory. And a 3 receiver set this time for a senior quarterback. They work out of the pistol formation. Slot to the near side. Hosh, straight drop, pulls it down. Midfield, line of scrimmage, and that's it. For the Raider defense, catches up with the quarterback. And in on the stop for the Raiders was, again, James Jackson. Boy, we've called his name an awful lot here this evening. James Jackson, defensive end. Puts the stop on Grayson Hosh. No gain. Second down and 10 inside Raider territory. As Grayson Hosh again with this conversation along the near sidelines. They break huddle. Berg and Jacob check to the far side. And a slot to the near side. Hosh out of the spread, goes wide, far side, throws out a flat. It is caught, but it's going to be a short yardage pickup. Caught off over in that far flat, and they get to the 45-yard line. It's going to be just a 3-yard pickup. And Ryan Berg on the catch for the Ponies. Third down. On third down and a full 8 yards to go at the 46-45-yard line. Time of the essence, 8:35 to go. Again, north to south, left to right across your screen. As Hosh again out of the shotgun. And a high snap over his head, going back for it. Grayson tries to kneel on top of it. Cannot, picked up by the Raiders, and they move it forward inside the 30 to the 26-yard line. A high snap from Tyler Olson. Grayson trying to cover up on it. He overran the ball on the slick turf. Picked up by the Raiders, and they rule that The young man who picked it up, his knee touched down at the 26-yard line. So the Ponies have their fifth turnover on the ballgame. And CDH has great field position to start this drive at the Stillwater 26-yard line. 8:16 to go. Fourth quarter. Jackson Crawford, the junior cornerback, under center. 3 receivers set. 1 lone setback. And Terrence Nash. Terrence gets the ball. He gets the 25, 24, and maybe down to the 23-yard line. As coming up to put the hit on him was Aiden Steves. Also, Nathan Novotny was out there. Nathan playing linebacker. Charlie Richmond out of the ball game tonight. And a pickup of 4 on the play. Second down, 6 from the Pony 22-yard line. Receivers both ways. Wing to the near side. As Crawford back to pass. Looking near side. Pulls it down. Escapes 1 at the 25, 20. And he is brought down to the 15-yard line. He only needed the 16, and that's the first down. Aiden Steves in on the step. Got some help from Connor Weiss. Got some help from Ben Peterson. But Jackson Crawford gives the Raiders yet another first down. 1st and 10 at the Stillwater 15-yard line. And you and Richie Sharing Company here on KLBB and online, TJSportsOnline.net, DAC TV, Channel 15 here in the Valley. Ball in the near hash mark, south to north through the Raiders move. Pondengala to the far side, 2 to the near side. Crawford sends Dylan Pohl in motion. And it is Crawford down. The quarterback keeper has the 10, has the 5. He's got the 4, maybe the 3-yard line. He's got a first down. Crawford already has 1 rushing touchdown of the ballgame. He sets up the Raiders first down and goal at the Stillwater 3-yard line. Cretin Derham Hall and White Bear Lake next week at O'Shaughnessy, 7:30 ball game. Matt Nelson will have the audio and video broadcast of that game. Again, the link to that broadcast, TJSportsOnline.net. Second of 4 home Raider football games, courtesy of TJ Broadcast Services. Again, receivers both ways. Pondengala near side, Pohl far side, Crawford, give, Nash goal line. Terrence got another touchdown. Terrence Nash off the right side of his offensive line. Tony Nevy at 290. Thomas Underwood at 220. Blew the Ponies off the line of scrimmage. And Nash scores his second of the ball game, his third of the year. And the Raiders get that touchdown back now 34-14, a 4-play drive. And just 26 yards. 123 on that drive. And on to attempt the extra point. He is Frank Kimlinger. Ball down, low snap. Kimlinger gets it up. And it is good. And time out of the field. It is Cretin Derham Hall 35 and Stillwater 14. More from Pony Stadium in 30 seconds.
Support Ponies football by joining the Ponies Touchdown Club, a non-profit booster club whose mission is to improve player safety by purchasing new helmets and equipment, ensure adequate player-coach ratios, and support the overall needs of the program. Join today at poniesfootball.com.
And thanks, JP, and welcome back. Don't forget the replay of this game can be found on the website of VAC TV. They call it Stretch Internet. It's on demand. They've got the live calendar, and then they've got the on demand. And they also have the replay every Thursday afternoon of Pony football at 1 o'clock on Channel 15. Kimlinger to kick off. Graham Lobsher, Benny Peterson back at about the 5-yard line. 26-yard drive after the turnover in just 4 plays, 1:23 off the clock. Nash goes in for his third rushing touchdown of the season. And on the kickoff, Lobsher near sidelines. Graham to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 28, 29-yard line maybe for Graham. Lobsher He has one of the 2 touchdowns for the Ponies on the night. And on the stop for the Cretin Derham Hall Raiders was Gannon Declan. I hope Declan Gannon. Can't read my roster, first name, last name. And I hope I'm not butchering it too bad. Declan, D-E-C-L-A-N, Declan Gannon, Jr., running back, linebacker by trade. Stillwater football, their own 28-yard line. 6:44 to go. Grayson, quick pass out of the flat. It is caught by Fisher, and he dives forward to the 35-yard line. Grayson Hodge to Fisher. Jake Kempchak for 7 yards. Second down and 3 from the Pony 35-yard line. Graham Lobsher with 1 touchdown, that in the first half. And Mason Green, the other touchdown. Grayson again to pass. His arm was hit as he throws, and it is broken up. Intended for Ryan Berg. And beautiful breakup on the double team. First man to get his hand in there for the Raiders was Anthony Chick. And Anthony is a 5'8 junior, running back, defensive back for Cretin Derham Hall. And the breakup brings up 3rd down and 3 on the Stillwater 35-yard line. And again, the JV game between these 2 schools will be tomorrow morning. Tomorrow night, big soccer game here at the stadium. Stillwater, the boys undefeated, taking on North St. Paul. Berg, Jake Kupchak, Stanton are the wideouts. Grayson sends in motion Ryan Berg to the near sidelines. Hosh back to pass, rolling near side. He's being rushed. Grayson to the sidelines, and he's going to go out of bounds. Thrown out of bounds on the way out. And thrown out by Aaron Schwinn, sophomore. Linebacker, tight end, goes about 6 feet, 220. And the Pony sidelines may be looking for a late hit out of bounds. Grayson loses the yard on the play, 4th down and 4 at the Pony 34-yard line. We've seen Matt once so far tonight. And they're going to mark off a penalty against Cretin Derham Hall. It will be a personal foul for tackling out of bounds. So Stillwater will get the penalty and the first down. The Raiders will get the penalty. The Ponies will get the first down. And out to the 49-yard line, the 15-yard pickup. As we're halfway through the 4th quarter, 35-14. Cretin Derham Hall. The Ponies closest they got was 7-7 first quarter. But down 28-7 at half. Then 28-14, now 35-14. And we got a new quarterback in there. And that is Mark Rutger, 5'11", 175-pound junior. Mark Rutger at the controls. 3 receivers set for Mark. Onto the pistol formation. Ball in the near hash mark. Rutger gets the snap. Hands up. Mason Green, midfield, and that's it. Raider defense stonewalls them after a 1-yard pickup. Boy, their run defense has been outstanding tonight. In on the snap, lead man on the tackle was Aaron Schwinn. And Mason picked up just 2 yards. 2nd down and 9 from the 50-yard line. Green stays in. Rutger stays in. And they'll work on the pistol again. 3 receivers set for the Ponies. 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Mark back to pass, quarterback draw. Now throws on the run. Tipped up in the air and picked off. Another one. It was tipped up in the air, then picked off by the Raiders. And I believe it was Schwinn on the tip, number 55. And unfortunately, that is interception number 5 tonight. Aaron Schwinn will get the pick off. It was tipped up in the air. And Aaron waited for it to settle down into his hands. And then tackled. So Raider football at their 45-yard line. Leading by 3 scores. A very opportunistic Raider defense. Crawford will work with a double wing. Receiver to the near side. Jackson on the handoff near side. Thompson Marquez gets to his own 48-yard line. And pulling himself off the turf for the Ponies to stop there. Seeing a lot of New Jerseys out there. And that is Zach Cowley, the sophomore. Zach linebacker. He started the first game, and now he's playing in game number 3. And a pickup of 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7 from the Raider 48-yard line. Taking all kinds of time in the huddle. As Crawford takes his time getting under center. There's a 2-receiver set plus the wingbacker. Give to Marquez. And is he brought down quickly right at the line of scrimmage. He slipped on the turf and then pinned to the AstroTurf by the Ponies. And on the stop was Noah Jakubczyk. No gain, 3rd down for CDH. Brooks Bollinger in his first year as head coach of the Raider program and assisted last year for Mike Scanlon. Mike and his dad, Mel, retired after the season. Crawford, again, a 3-receiver set. Thompson, the lone setback. Crawford, and he gives no play action rolling far side. He's going to keep it himself. Gets to the corner, midfield. 1st down, 45-40, 35, and brought down from behind at the Pony 32, maybe the 31-yard line. He'll initially on the play by Austin Murr, then another couple of Ponies finish the job. But Jackson Crawford has himself a pickup of about 20 yards of the play. Raiders 1st and 10 inside Stillwater territory at the 32-yard line. Six turnovers tonight in the ballgame. Actually 7, 5 interceptions and 2 fumbles by the Ponies. Ball far hash mark. Crawford spins. Thompson again. Marquez 30, 29, 28-yard line. Ridden down on the play by Andrew Weisbrod from his linebacker spot. But Marquez picks up 8 on the play to the 25-yard line. 2nd down and 3. He's tough to get a hold of. He only goes about 5'2", 160, but he is slippery and he is so quick. Their two-headed running attack. Marquez Thompson, Terrence Nash. As we've passed the 3-minute mark in this ball game. And Crawford going to keep it himself. He's got the 10, the 5 to the goal line. Correction, Terrence Nash. That's 16. Yes, Terrence Nash. 16, not 12. Terrence Nash has the hat trick. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the ball game from 25 yards out. Caps a 5-play, 45-yard drive. And a time off the clock, about 2.5 minutes. Terrence Nash from 25 yards out. 1 rushing touchdown. In the first half, 2 more here in the second half. And 6 more up on the board. It is 41-14. As Frank Kimlinger will try to tack on the final point. And ball down, kick up. Frank's kick is just inside that far upright. And it's through. It is 42-14. And we'll keep it right here. Pony football. And again, we thank the St. Croix Valley Athletic Association, the Hall of Fame night. They honor the youth teams. Football around the state of Minnesota. And we gave you some of the scores. And the number 1 team of the state, Tatina Grace. And I was checking, I believe they have the lead in their ball game. We'll check out the scores on our post-game show brought to you by Famous Dave's. The rest of the 6A poll, Lakefield North, they were winning. Maple Grove was losing. Then Eden Prairie, they won. Then Blaine, Rosemont, Cretin Derham Hall. And then Burnsville, Stillwater, and East Region. Class 5A, St. Michael, Albertville, and Rogers, they were going toe-to-toe. And last score we had STMA with a 1-point lead over Rogers. Then Mankato West, Spring Lake Park, Matabidi, Elk River, Rogers, Chanhassen, Alexandra, and Apple Valley. And just scrolling down, see if I can find that Rogers STMA score. Yeah, too quick of a scan. We'll get to them all in our post-game show. The scores, as Kimlinger will kick off, and Laubscher and Peterson are back. And the Pony defense giving up 7 points in the first 2 games, giving up 42 tonight. Line drive kick. One of the upmen takes it for the Ponies. 25 to the 30. Austin Murr to the 35. Murr to the 40. And Austin Murr out to the 43-yard line. Austin Murr, three-sport star for the Ponies. He plays football. He plays hockey. He plays baseball. Austin Murr on the return. Safety by trade, and the Pony drive will start in their own territory with just 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. By the way, Totina Grace beat Andover 35 to 14. And STMA game still in progress. STMA 16, Rogers 14. Handoff off the right side of the offensive line. And the pickup on the play to Matt Crowell. At 27? No, that's a new running back out there for the Pony. We have a player down at about the 40-yard line for Stillwater. It's Caitlin out there to take a look at her charger. So St. Michael, Albertville, and Rogers, couple of top 10 ranked teams. And it's STMA 16, Rogers 12. According to what I have, that game is still in progress. And Roseville was shutting out Woodbury 14-0. And the Royals were picked to win this East District Blue Division. And walking off on one leg for the Ponies is, can't read my charger, is that Nels Woods? Nels Woods. And being helped off by a couple of his teammates. And the Ponies now in Raider territory at the 43-yard line. From 143 to the other. 14-yard pickup, first and 10 for Stillwater. As Mark Rutger is still the quarterback. He has the I formation back behind him. Again, DeMason Green has the 40. Lowers his shoulder across the 35 and down to the 34-yard line. Matt Crowell, 27 out 33. Matt Crowell on the pickup. And another first down for the Ponies at the 34-yard line. Now, the chain gang moved, and they should not have. They're a yard short. Second down and 1 from the Raider 34-yard line. Receivers both ways from Rutger. And on the give to Matt Crowell, line of scrimmage, and dives for that first down. I don't know if he got it. And the line judge calls for an official's timeout. And the Raider defense collapsed on Matt. And indeed, they did give him the first down by about a yard. First and 10, Stillwater at the Raider 32-yard line. Stanton and Fisher, Jake Kupchak are the wideouts. Stanton is Bankin is still the tight end. Off the right side of the offensive line, short yardage play. And a pickup to the 29-yard line. Again, it was Matt on the carry. Second down and 7 in Raider territory. Now Grayson Hosh is going to come back to the ballgame at quarterback. Grayson was a young man that got thrown down out of bounds. And they took a few plays off. Mark Rutger was in there. Hosh under center. Grayson back to pass. Being rushed, throws downfield. Looking for Fisher. Jump ball, and it is incomplete, but a flag on the play. Pass intended for Fisher, Jake Kupchak, and well guarded by the Raiders. Hand fight at the top of that jump ball. Offensive or defensive pass interference. It could go either way. And the referee talking over with his crew. And I suspected just about everybody has done. We had about the 1 hour delay, and they rule the defensive pass interference against Cretin Derham Hall. That'll be half the distance and down to about the 14.5-yard line. First and 10 for the Ponies, but clock of the essence, just 38 seconds to go, 35-14 in favor of CDH. And Grayson, two-step drop, slant pass, and it is caught inside the 5 and down to the 1-yard line. Fisher, Jake Kupchak on the catch, and he has the Ponies first down and goal at the 1-yard line. And they'll stop the clock to move the chains. Ponies want to hurry up, see if they can't get one in before the end of this ballgame. Stanton and Fisher are the wideouts. Now Matt Crowell, the tailback, and it is Grayson on the quarterback keeper off the left side of his offensive line, and he's got Pater. Grayson Hosh will take one in from short yardage. And for Grayson, his first rushing touchdown of the season. It is, did I say 35? It is 42, 42-20. I said 35-14, 42-14, now 42-20. And that's a 7-play drive and 57 yards for the Ponies. And about 2:20 off the clock. And Tyler Cullen will try to tack on point number 21. Grayson puts the ball down. TC's kick is up, and it is just inside the left upright. It is good. Time out of the field. Cretin Derham Hall 42 and Stillwater 21. Again, a 57-yard drive in 7 plays. And 2:20 off the clock on that drive. So a 28-7 score at half. And then here in the second half, 2 touchdowns apiece. And we'll keep it right here. Don't forget the Famous Dave's post-game show coming up. And we'll take a look at all the scoring, take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, set us up for next week. Famous Dave's on the hill here in Stillwater. I want to thank our Raider sponsors as well who help out on Cretin Derham Hall Raider football. Ray and Ed Hitchcock. Paul Weinberg, State Farm Insurance Agent. The McQuillan family, proprietors of Plums. They're on Randolph and 7th, and also JR's on West 7th Street. And the Raider Development Office. All of our Pony sponsors as well. And it's kicking things off now for Stillwater. We've got a new kickoff man out there. And that is Lucas Olson to kick things off. And Stillwater buries short. And the line drive kick comes near side. James Williams picks it up at his own 18 and kneels it down. James Williams was not going to go anywhere. And the Raiders can kneel one down. I don't think the Ponies will stop the clock down by 3 scores. And 17 seconds to go. So Cretin Derham Hall will go 3-0. And again, host White Bear Lake next week at O'Shaughnessy. 7:30 ball game, 7:15 broadcast time at tjsportsonline.net. Ponies at Eastridge next week. And 7 o'clock kickoff against the Raptors. And 6:40 for the Dr. David Wick, pregame show. And clocking on the move as they start the clock, and it's going to roll down to all zeros. And there we have it. After a 1-hour rain delay, 1 hour and change, we finally finish here tonight at Pony Stadium. 42-21 is your final. And we'll have our post-game show coming up in 2 minutes, as this is Pony Football on Club 1220 KLBB and on VAC TV Channel 15 here in the Valley, online at tjsportsonline.net.
Support Ponies football by joining the Ponies Touchdown Club, a non-profit booster club whose mission is to improve player safety by purchasing new helmets and equipment, ensure adequate player-coach ratios, and support the overall needs of the program. Join today at poniesfootball.com.
Movement. It's one of the everyday miracles of the human body. At Twin Cities Orthopedics, we provide highly specialized orthopedic care to help keep your amazing body moving at its best.
And again, welcome back to our Famous Dave's post-game show. As the Cretin Derham Hall Raiders use the turnovers, they picked off 5 passes tonight from Grayson Hosh. And the Ponies also coughed the ball up a couple of times, and the Raiders made them pay. They led 28-7 at half. Jackson Crawford, Terrence Nash, Marquise Johnson all had rushing touchdown. Jackson Crawford also threw for a touchdown. And it was Grant Lobsher on the receiving end of a pass from Grayson Hosh, her only score in the first half. And 2 touchdowns apiece in the second half. And both of those for Cretin Derham Hall. Terrence Nash scoring his second and third and fourth touchdowns of the season. 1 in the first half, 2 in the second half for their 2 scores. And for the Ponies, Mason Green scoring from 1 yard out. And then the touchdown pass of Fisher J. Kupchak. These 2 scores for the Stillwater Ponies. On the scoreboard again, it is 42-21. And for the Ponies, now 2-1, 1-0 here, or 1-1 here in the East Metro District. And for Cretin Derham Hall, they are now 3-0 and 2-0 here in the district. The Ponies at East Ridge is mentioned next week, and Cretin Derham Hall home against White Bear Lake next week at O'Shaughnessy. On the Stillwater sports calendar, we mentioned earlier, the Stillwater boys soccer team has a big game against North St. Paul tomorrow night here at the stadium. In football, the JV team will be taking on Cretin Derham Hall tomorrow afternoon. And the Pony girls soccer team, they are off until Thursday, September 22nd. And the volleyball team is off for a few days as well. For Cretin Derham Hall, the volleyball team, which is 8-1 on the season, they have a home match against the Beacons at Concordia Academy next week. And let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard before we take our final break and come back and run the credits. Winners tonight, Mount West over Spectrum. It was Annandale winning at home, beating Glencoe Silver Lake. Anoka holds on to beat Osseo 25-18. I think that's the Tornadoes' first win of the year. Farmington leading Apple Valley late in the ball game by 5. Armstrong lost to Cooper at home as the Cooper Hawks winning 16-14. Bell Plain won at home, beating Jordan. Benilde St. Margaret's handily over Irondale. Monticello leading Big Lake 27-21. No, that is a final. SMB, a final over St. Paul Harding 43-7. Holy Angels beat Bloomington Jefferson 56-34. Brecca shut out of St. Paul Como Park. Buffalo at St. Francis 22-21. Elk River shutting out Cambridge Isani 33-0. It was Blaine defeating Centennial 42-14. Fridley over St. Paul Central 19-13. Chaska puts the herd on Bloomington Kennedy 37-6. New Life Academy over Columbia Heights 40-7. And other scores across the metro area. Daskell-Cato beat Holy Family 35-14. Eden Prairie 41-0 over Hopkins. Edina held on to beat Maple Grove 21-20. Fairmont a win over Tri-City United. Mounds View and Forest Lake don't have a score on that. Sibley East over GFW 56-14. Hastings leading Hill Murray at last check 13-7. Hutchinson winning at home, a shutout of Watertown Mayor. Lakeville North defeating Burnsville 28-7. Mayor Lutheran over Lake Crystal Welcome Memorial 20-6. Lester Prairie beat LeSueur Henderson on the road. Litchfield at home defeating Delano. Becker over Little Falls, that's the final. Becker, the Bulldogs, throwing a shutout. Maple Lake a shutout over Howard Lake Waverly. Minneapolis Edison lost to St. Agnes. Close to home, Tartan over North St. Paul 41-13. Chisago Lake shut out North Branch. Northfield at home beating Mankato East. Park Cottage Grove over St. Thomas Academy 32-21. Eastview and Rosemont 45-0 over Eastview. And Roseville 28, Woodbury 6. That's the final. And the Woodbury Royals are off to an 0-3 start. And Roseville winning their first game of the year. Tatina Grace, number 1 team in Class 6A. They've been defeated Andover 35-14. That is your out-of-town scoreboard. We'll be back and run the final credits here from Pony Stadium after this final timeout. This is your post-game show brought to you by Famous Dave's on Club 1220. KLB be back in 2 minutes.
Movement. It's one of the everyday miracles of the human body. At Twin Cities Orthopedics, we provide highly specialized orthopedic care to help keep your amazing body moving at its best.
Support Ponies football by joining the Ponies Touchdown Club, a non-profit booster club whose mission is to improve player safety by purchasing new helmets and equipment, ensure adequate player-coach ratios, and support the overall needs of the program. Join today at poniesfootball.com.
Well, let's see, 3 hours and 45 minutes in the book for the football game here tonight as we wrap things up here from Pony Stadium. Thanks to Andrew Marquardt back in Master Control at KLBB. And a few technical issues to start the ball game. Mainly, they were operator error, my operator error. And, of course, Travis Monroe directing the television broadcast. And Brett and Anders were on the staff as well. Thanks to them all. And thanks also to the Pony Touchdown Club, who helps make possible these television broadcasts. And the All-American sponsor tonight was Twin City Orthopedics. Thank them as well. To Brooks Bollinger, head coach of Cretin Derham Hall, and Bo Labor, head coach of the Stillwater Ponies. Thanks for your help in preparing for this broadcast. And thanks to all of you for watching and listening tonight through the lightning and rain delay. Your final score from Pony Stadium: Cretin Derham Hall 42, Stillwater 21. I'm Tom Wishon. Good night, everybody. We'll talk again next week.